Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome. Yes. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Christy at the news desk.
Hello, Chick McGee.
Hello, there's Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick.
Hey, Pat. There's Josh Arnold.
Chickster.
There's Ace Cosby. Willie Griswold is here.
Good morning, man.
All saddled up. I'm Chick McGee. There he is.
Hey.
Not sure how it's going to be this morning.
I have no idea. It's going to be
Great.
rough. I came within inches of dropping my iPhone into steaming dog poop, so...
Here's Tom Griswold.
Got to be careful there, Tommy.
It's 3 in the morning. Got a couple dogs out there, and I'm doing the right thing. I've got my biodegradable...
You're doing the right thing.
...plastic bags, and I had the light that clips onto my hat so I can see it.
Sure.
So I lean over to pick up the dog poop, and my phone goes flying. Fortunately, a well-timed swat knocked the phone just inches away from the aforementioned steaming pile of dog
That's the
poop.
front pocket's dirty little secret. They're not really good for holding anything.
Yeah, I gotta adjust that. That was a mistake. But all is well in the world. Christy, you missed a bunch of interesting stuff on Friday.
What'd I miss? I'm sorry.
Well, a couple
I missed how to
things.
use a microphone, apparently.
And I thought we could perhaps begin with a song, which is a rarity on this program.
Oh.
And I'm getting the look from Pat.
We didn't discuss this.
Yeah, Pat, I have better things to do than talk to you when I first got
I
here.
understand.
Yeah, but never mind. You know what? You're in that mood. I'm agreeing with everything you say this morning.
Let him fly, man. We don't know where he's going to end up. He could go too close to the sun like Icarus. He could end up in the Hudson like Sully.
You go right
We don't
for it.
know. We just don't know where he's going to end up.
Of course, I'm very happy. First of all, this week, I think is this the week we're going to do the beer can chicken? After the beer can chicken story last week.
I believe so. Yes.
Very excited about that.
Josh, last week during the beer can chicken story, the company Purdue made a beer can, and you said, I know that Purdue University makes a good Boilermaker. That was so funny, and no one gave you the laugh you deserve. I thought
now wait a minute.
I was putting on
And
my
had
fun
I been
socks.
here, I would have.
Christy
Hang on a
got me
second.
fun socks for Christmas. They have beer cans on them, and I remembered beer can chicken, and I thought of Josh's joke, and I go, that was a good one.
Well,
Really?
Thank you, Willie.
Okay.
But I think I may agree with Chick on this. It may have gotten what it deserved. But
I disagree.
That means a lot. Thank you.
I disagree strongly.
I think it's the fact that, I guess because Purdue, the chicken people, is spelled
Right.
differently than Purdue, the great university.
Yes,
Right.
to your dad, the joke has zero.
I think Purdue is the only team that has a mascot that's named after a mixed drink, probably. Boilermaker?
Think the Boilermaker came before the mascot, or did the mascot
That's a good question.
create the Boilermaker?
I just remember at one point
job
we
became-
did. At one point, someone on the show, I forget who did it, but we had a fake piece about the disease that causes Purdue Pete head, where your head is substantially larger than your body. And that was so funny. It's
a horrible
somehow got
disease.
misfiled, or we can't.
You know that.
Yeah, and I had never had the beer can chicken, and but it's my understanding you open
beer
you
can?
open the beer, right? But you don't pour it out.
Correct.
And it
And
steams.
then you shove it in the keister of the chicken.
Sure. And you sit the
And you cook
chicken
it
upright.
standing up. Mm-hmm. I know there used to be a device, probably still is, where you can cook chickens that way. There's like a rack you put them on. Apparently they cook better that way. In any event, we're going to do this. I was a little bit concerned about the mercury from the aluminum, or whatever the hell those things are made of, seeping into the chicken.
No.
There's no mercury in those?
No.
I'm sure there's some
I don't
toxic
think
chemical.
Aluminum is heated. It does not become mercury.
What about the paint in the can? I mean, that's got to be toxic.
Everything's fine with it.
I expect to have seizures the minute I drink or have any of this stuff. But that's not the story I'm looking for, Pat. Now, Pat, do you remember the ring story?
Yeah.
What was?
Is this the one
Lady
where
lost a ring.
the woman lost her diamond ring?
Yeah, and she found it
This diamond ring.
She flushed it down the toilet, apparently.
inadvertently. It went down the toilet, and she found it
Yeah.
12 years later.
Yeah, maintenance manager John Tierney found the ring floating in sludge and water at the Rogers wastewater plant.
A sludge is a nice way of saying
Yeah.
duty. Call of duty. Do you have a song about this, Ben?
Yeah, I think we have to do the rest of the story, right? She found it years later.
Yeah, 12 years later, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't think we
It
did the
was
story.
actually 13.
We didn't
oh,
do
you
the
didn't do
story,
the
no.
story?
No,
Oh.
Oh, we
A
didn't get
Minnesota
to it.
woman was reunited with her missing diamond ring 13 years after it was flushed down a toilet. Mary Strand's daughter recognized her mother's missing ring after a TV station reported about the maintenance guy finding it floating in the poop.
Ew.
Strand, who's been married to her husband David for 46 years, received that ring as a 33rd wedding anniversary gift. It did not quite fit her finger, and while flushing the toilet one day, it fell in and was lost despite various attempts to retrieve it.
So she's a left-handed wiper.
Perhaps, yeah.
Maybe she was wearing it
Right?
on her
I mean-
right-hand ring. Maybe it was a right-hand ring.
What's
Maybe
a right-hand ring?
That's a
right
ring
hand-
you wear on your right hand.
I thought you're supposed to wear the wedding ring on the. You're supposed
Left
to wear
hand.
It
You're
was
supposed to wear the wedding ring on this
It's
finger.
not a wedding ring. It's a diamond ring that she got as an anniversary gift.
Oh, now we're getting into this girl thing.
Oh, well, I'm just telling you. After 13 years in the water waste system, the ring isn't wearable, but Strand said she's just glad to have it back.
Why?
Because it had some
It had
sentimental
some-
value in it.
She can't wear it. What's she going to do with it?
Why can't she wear it?
I don't know. It just said it's
You guys want to
not
see my
wearable.
poop ring? And by that, I don't mean my anus. It's an actual ring.
The old
It's
poop
actually.
Yeah, I got my husband to kiss the ring, if you know what I mean. It was my birthday.
Can you have the setting put in a new ring or something? I
You
don't-
could. I don't know what the diamond looks like. I'm going to look it up.
It's
for
a
you.
diamond in the roughage, is what it is.
Oh, jeez.
So, Pat, you have a song about this? I'm so sorry.
I think I do. Where did it go? My diamond ring. It fell off my finger now. Went down the toilet with everything. This diamond ring doesn't smell like it used to smell. And this diamond ring is all yellow and looks like hell. So if you want a crap-encrusted ring, I have just the thing. That's all I had.
That was what, a Gary Lewis and the Playboys hit?
Uh-huh.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's cute.
That was a good song. Is that?
Yeah,
wow.
cute.
Cute, right?
I think that was written by Al Cooper, right?
I don't know.
The great Al Cooper.
Al Cooper? Who the hell's Al Cooper?
Alice Cooper just goes by Al.
With a
No.
K.
Al
cool if we
Cooper.
call him
Al
Al.
Cooper produced, I don't know, some bands like Leonard Skinner,
Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Blood, Sweat, and Tears guy. Great,
All right.
good songwriter.
Whatever you say.
Whatever I say, it's an absolute fact. I'll have to double check on the this diamond ring thing. Well, thank you, Pat. And I thought we'd already done that story, but that's a nice story. Isn't
Like
it?
you threw me for a loop there.
Okay.
Or ring or whatever.
It was laying here, so you... There's not a good shot of the ring, anyway.
Well, that's probably a good thing.
I mean,
He's
I
holding
assume,
it up in this picture, but I can't remember.
depending on what time of the month it was, it could have been a blood diamond. Thank you.
Not at her age.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, it was 13 years ago.
Yeah, but never
Even
mind.
then?
Yeah,
Oh, I
she's
see.
Been married 46.
Very elderly.
Oh, okay.
So,
Well, I don't know.
Very good.
Could have been married at 16,
What's happening in sports?
good point.
like you were.
Okay, now, here we go. This is, I think I've got this thing.
He has no idea you asked me what happened in sports.
He just
Sorry, no,
he said the word.
I was trying to find something.
It just fell out of his mouth.
I was
So
try-
instead of just like looking,
I was trying to
instead of
find out.
mumbling,
I was trying to find out if Al Cooper, in fact, wrote this diamond ring.
the thing about that is nobody was really caring.
No.
no,
we
nobody
weren't.
cared at all.
Yeah, but
It's a great song.
I
No,
thought Pat wrote it.
I
was
once saw.
amazed.
Did anybody here ever see Gary Lewis and the Playboys live?
Very few people alive. And very few people alive right now.
You think your
saw
life is
Gary Lewis
everyone's
and the
life.
Playboys.
Gary Lewis's wife hasn't seen Gary Lewis in the Playboy.
There must be.
I'll do.
There
I'll tell you who I
has to
don't
be
think had seen him. When I saw him,
This-
his alcohol counselor hadn't seen him.
This psychological malady that you're suffering from, that because you've experienced it,
the world
you've
has.
enjoyed it, the world has. It's a sickness. You need to
I'm sure
stop.
one of our listeners enjoyed Gary Lewis and the Playboys. Here's the song. Here it is. Here we go.
Why do we have the record doing it?
Well, because you can't get this thing on CD. It's pretty old. Let me try it again. Oh, it's a great song. Nice little organ in there.
Is there a joke that I missed? Whatever.
It's supposed to be.
It better not be what I think you were trying
Yeah, it
for.
is.
I think a record scratch.
So you wanted a word there, SH, but you had it skip.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's no SH, there's no nothing, just a pause.
Do a song that we missed from a story we didn't do.
Yeah, you're the one that's now undercutting that classic
You
song.
told Christy.
Well, Christy wasn't here.
We weren't here. We didn't do the story.
Anything else, Tom?
I mean, we were here. No, we were here, but mentally, no. I couldn't remember if we got to it or not.
Anyway, Celtics got big problems. They're down 0-3 to the magnificent Miami Heat.
And what happens, Willie?
Things are good over here, man.
Yes, sir. The Heat,
I can cash out for $900 right now if I want to.
Oh,
the Heat are
that's tough.
very upset right now that no one's talking about how great they're playing, just how bad the Celtics are playing. And the Nuggets 3-0 up on the Los Angeles Lakers.
So what was this bet you started with? How much?
Bet $40 to win $4,000.
When?
Beginning of the playoffs.
You're gonna let it ride, right?
I'm gonna let it ride, but it's
Okay, good. When we come back,
$900.
I'm sick.
Yeah.
When we come back, I have a technical issue that I need to have someone out there help me with. It's probably some wise farmer that can give me some good advice. Right now, I want to talk about great food, which brings us to the fact that it is the cooking outdoor season and Omaha Steaks are happening everywhere. Josh, you're the expert on Omaha Steaks. Can you tell me more?
Well, you know I'm a big fan, and you know who else is a big fan? Fathers everywhere. Of course, Father's Day right around the corner. Get Dad what he really wants. A necktie? No. Omaha Steaks. That's right, perfectly aged, always tender, guaranteed delicious. The Father's Day experts at Omaha Steaks have made it easy to put a smile on the big guy's face this summer with hand-selected packages. Head over to omahasteaks.com. Use promo code BTS at checkout. Get $30 off your qualifying order. That's right. Packages can include fork tender bacon-wrapped fillets mignon. That's right. That's how I'm saying it. Other gourmet grillables like the air-chilled boneless chicken breasts, burgers, jumbo franks, and many more favorites. Whether he's your father, your father-in-law, or a father figure, he's the guy who was always ready to step up when you needed him most. Now, you get to step up. This Father's Day, show him the love with the only gift that's unforgettable, just like he is. The mouth-watering perfection of Omaha Steaks. Don't wait. Go to omahasteaks.com. Use code BTS at checkout. Get $30 off an unforgettable gift that is guaranteed to make old Pop's day. Because if there's one thing we know, it's that dads want steak. That's omahasteaks.com. Code BTS at checkout.
Yeah, or you can get him a tie. If you get him a tie, you might want to get a ladder for him so he can tie the tie to a beam and then just kick the ladder away.
Well, you can forego all of that and get Omaha
That's
Steaks.
right. Get Omaha Steaks. Don't be a crappy son or daughter. All right? I'm just telling you.
Jeez, man. Get you a tie one time. You write it into the copy.
When we come back, I have a little bit of an update for you. Did some homework during that. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
Obviously, Foyt's a legend. I mean, he was a rookie in 1957 or 58. 58, I think. He was a rookie. Four-time winner, unbelievable fan. So I'm doing The King, and we're in Tony Bettenhausen Jr.'s garage doing Dick's Picks. And Bob, AJ, was in the garage with us. So we start doing a pair of kings because AJ was the king, and then the king, Elvis the king. So we're doing a pair of kings. And I go, AJ, I go, let's take our shirts off and have a belly button contest right here in the garage. I said, then we'll lay on the floor and see whose belly button can hold the most gravy. Oh, thank you very much. I said, I want to help you, AJ, on race day. I'm going to be on your pit crew. When you come in, I'm just going to put my belly and flop it on the rear wing. Front end will come in the air. They'll change them tires. Off we go. And so we're doing all this, and people are dying. Well, then I talked to a crew member later, and AJ had the Bob and Tom show on in the garage. About halfway to that, he just looked up and he goes, shut that shit off. And then he was always a little cool to me after that. Everything that makes it so great is all the traditions and all the things that go on. 1963, Tony Holman's out at Indianapolis Raceway Park, another track on the west side of Indianapolis. He sees this Scottish band, a bagpipe band with drums, walking around the grounds. He said, people are loving this. And he's thinking, I got all these guys from Europe and Great Britain and Scotland. How do I make them feel at home? So he invited this doctor who was heading up this bagpipes band. Why don't you come to the track? And so in 1963, 60 years ago, the Gordon Pipers performed at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the very first time, and they have every year since. And 4 Gordon Pipers always welcome the winner back into victory lane. And it's a tradition because that's congratulating the winners on keeping all 4 wheels on it for 500 miles.
Here up north. Anything else you need?
Listen, Carl, could you check Southside traffic? I know it's a long way. You could also pick up an iced tea for me, venti green iced tea at Starbucks on your way, if you don't mind.
Okay. That's a little step, but I'll get there. Oh, my goodness. That was kind of a detour, but here, 2 Splendid just like you like it.
Oh, thank you very much, Carl. Carl, could you come back to the studio to sign some photos for us?
Oh, okay, I can do that. Sure thing, Tom. Oh, made it. All right. Give me a pen.
This has been Flash Traffic with Carl Lewis.
Hi, this is Augie Smith. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Today's Cliff Notes Theater, the monumental epic movie Titanic.
Oh. Man, this is some boat. Uh-oh.
This has been Cliff Notes Theater. Cliff Notes Theater, when you just don't have time to set through the whole movie.
On November 15th, 1864, Major General William Tecumseh Sherman began his famous March to the Sea. Sherman led his troops from Atlanta, Georgia, to the ocean port of Savannah. As he was leaving, Sherman set the city on fire, gutting 40% of it. Atlanta wouldn't be burned this badly again until they gave their franchise tag to Michael Vick.
Hello, you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chickster.
Hey, there's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee, and here he is, Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. Did a little homework there.
On?
During the break, yeah.
If this is about Al Cooper, I'm leaving.
Well, it's
I second that. I'll leave too.
it's about Stephen Stills.
Stephen Stills, we were talking about them.
Yeah, we were. Stephen Stills, of course, an Al Cooper Super Session. You remember that great song?
God.
Remember that Super Session? Mike Bloomfield.
No.
Al
You
Cooper.
mean
No.
Mike Oldfield?
No, Mike Bloomfield, the great guitarist. Remember this? No? Anybody ever hear Super? Let me get over.
Tom, no one knows what you're doing. No one knows what you're talking.
No.
Yeah.
Sounds cool, but I have never heard of it. I never heard of it.
You know,
So if we wanted to look that song up, what do we put in?
Super Session.
Super Session.
It was a famous recording with Stephen Stills and Al Cooper, and then.
How could it be famous if no one has ever heard of it?
Well,
but
it takes a certain level of sophistication. And,
it sounded cool, but I've not.
It was like this fun experience. Al Cooper was the guy from Blood, Sweat, and Tears. He produced Leonard Skinnerd.
Good for him.
Why'd you say Leonard Skinner? Like Leonard Skinner?
I'm just trying to underscore the fact that Al Cooper is a super interesting guy.
Is Al Cooper dead?
No, he's alive.
Oh.
Al is.
If you call that living.
He was one of the writers of This Diamond Ring, and I bring it up because Pat just did a very funny parody of This Diamond Ring.
I didn't know he was involved.
No, he's 79. He's still alive.
So I thought I would dig up This Diamond Ring since Willie's never heard the song. Of course, Gary Lewis and the Playboys. And I do not have it on CD. I do have it, of course, on vinyl. Let's give this a listen.
Oh, again.
It's on a
many things went wrong.
It's on a vinyl.
That is a skip.
Vinyl compilation.
When you can skip from one album to another, that's a bad skip.
And the skipping continues.
That's on a vinyl album called Great Songs from the 60s, featuring Al Cooper, Gary Lewis and the Playboys, and Tom Jones. Very rare.
Congratulations to you for playing his game.
It's a long show. Yeah, no, a Super Session was a great record.
Oh,
I shall look it up. You know what? Thank you for introducing us to it.
And Mike Bloomfield, he is sadly gone. Mike Bloomfield was a great guitarist from Paul Butterfield.
Cooper spells his name with a K, too.
Yeah. He's a really interesting guy. He's been around the rock scene for a long time, but he was one of the writers of that great song from Gary Lewis and the Playboys. And now we segue from that. Thank you, Pat Godwin. We now segue into some action with the sports world and Chick McGee.
Well, not a lot going on over here other than the NBA playoffs last night. Gabe Vincent, he scored 29, and Duncan Robinson, who again, 22, and the 8th seed Miami Heat, now just one win away from the NBA Finals after rolling the Boston Celtics 128-102 last night in Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Title Series in Miami.
Chick, does Dunkin' Donuts jump on that and get Dunkin' to do a commercial for them?
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely. They're in talks right now. As a matter of fact.
Excellent.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, Irvin, you might know him as Magic Johnson, tweeted this out.
You have a drink named Irving?
After the Celtics lost last night. At one point, the Heat won, ahead by 30. Irvin, this is quote tweet. In my 44 years of being associated with the NBA, I never thought I'd see a Boston Celtics team, a franchise with 17 championships, quit.
Oh.
I know Celtics fans all over the world must be disgusted and devastated. The Miami Heat blew them out 128-102 in Game 3.
So he's suggesting they didn't just play poorly, they didn't play.
They bagged it up and headed for spring break.
When's our tea time?
Or summer break or whatever it would be.
So how many games left in that series? Are they done?
Oh, they might be done. Well, It's best of 7, so the Heat's ahead 3-0.
What's the difference in the pay
I love this job.
of the winners and the losers of these series?
Oh, I don't even know if that enters into it anymore.
Because they're all so rich already.
Yeah, they're all $250 million. Well, we get another $80,000 from. Oh, great!
It's nice.
Tip money.
Certain players have bonuses in their contracts, certain don't. So it's not just per team; it's by individual in a lot of ways.
Oh, really? Do teams get bonuses though? As
usual? No. As usual, it's an impossible question to answer.
Okay.
Because my contention is it should be a winner take all.
Oh, here we go.
Like the winning team gets $5 million, losing team gets nothing. I think you see a little more action on the court.
Once again,
I don't know that you would.
$5 million is not going to move them.
Really?
No.
Okay.
These playoffs have been so fun and exciting. Have you watched any of these games?
Of course not.
Then why are you worried about the amount of fun on the court?
Perfectly valid.
Even
perfectly valid criticism.
So they may be out. The Warriors are out, right?
Yeah.
One of their. Pat, you were talking a little bit about that.
One of the Warriors players, which one?
One of their key players I know isn't playing anymore in the tournament.
Are you talking this Draymond Green doesn't play this season anymore? He punched Jordan Poole to settle an old... You mean that Draymond Green?
That's right, yeah.
That's it.
Wait a minute. Is that a parody of the song This Diamond Ring? wait, sorry. This is just skipping. It's terrible.
The name of that album is Hat on a Hat. This Draymond Green.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I enjoyed that.
You know, I heard that being written in the hallway. And it was really just to be an ancillary part of all that. It was just something else. I want to tell you.
But no one else in American radio is doing that right now. AM or FM.
That's true.
You can be sure of it.
The Vegas win 3-2 in overtime last night, beating the Dallas Stars in Las Vegas.
What sport is that?
That's the NHL. Sorry. Vegas, they had 2-0 in that one. Another overtime game.
Yeah.
They're in the
NHL playoffs love their OT.
They just can't decide. They're at the NHL. Brooks Koepka, the Koepkanator, is a champion again. He won the PGA Championship. You don't like Brooks?
Don't like him.
Not a fan of Brooks?
What's the matter with Brooks? What's the matter?
He's a
dick?
I almost said a bad word.
He's a live golf guy.
Yeah, and have you watched Full Swing, the documentary about golfing?
No, as a matter of fact, if I did see that on my TV, I would have to say, delete. Who the hell's been in here watching this?
It's actually quite interesting.
I can't believe that, but okay.
Well, I just heard a really bad story about him over the weekend.
I'm glad that you enjoy it. He's won 5 majors now. He's just one behind Lefty, that's Phil, and Jack and Tiger.
That's what happens when you sell your soul to the devil.
Jack and Tiger. Well, yeah, you won a tournament? Okay, there you go. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, Beelzebub. I appreciate it.
Hey, you know what? This deal's working out.
Let's see. Where are
he's playing for the Saudi thing.
Yeah.
Are Saudi female golfers allowed to use a driver?
They're not allowed to drive. So of course not.
Just asking.
Boy,
they can only pot.
2 iron.
I know it's me, and I take full responsibility. Everything just seems muddled today to me.
Well, we're having a good show over here. How about you, Will?
I know, yeah.
I'm chilling.
I'm glad you guys are.
I'm just watching you guys go.
Bob Baffert's national treasure. You know him, the guy in the sunglasses. He looks like he's on the up and up all the time. His national treasure won the Preakness. The Derby winner, Mange.
I don't know. It's actually, there's another letter in there.
What's that? No, it's mange.
No,
mange.
it is.
It's an odd name for a horse. They called it mange. That's when the hair falls. I'm sorry, it might be mage. M-A-G-E.
Mage, yeah.
Anyway, he finished third, so there'll be no Triple Crown this year, Tom.
It'd be funnier if it were Madge.
I got my hoofs in it. I'm thinking it.
Thank you for getting the joke. Did you get that reference?
Yeah,
I actually got that one.
I'm old enough.
A joke, the word joke.
Was that palm olive?
It's an odd. It's a funny word.
Do you want to explain it to? Can you explain it to Willie?
If you just say it's a joke, it really doesn't.
It's more of a reference, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It's referring to a commercial that ran millions of times.
It was Palmolive.
It was
millions of years ago.
It was it was a woman having a manicure, and she's got her fingers in this liquid, and they're going back and forth, and she says, I've got trouble with my dishwashing liquid, and have you tried Palmolive? Really, is it any good? You're soaking in it. Mm-hmm. Which led to a lot of unfortunate jokes about panties. And
I don't remember those. I'd like to hear those.
Going to, third base in the back of a car. You're soaking in it. Sorry.
Those are terms you don't use. Dish, pan, hands.
That
was and then remember.
Nobody does dishes anymore.
Remember
now.
ring around the collar?
Yeah.
You never hear about that anymore.
What was ring around the collar?
Well, you sweat and you.
And the work collar would get kind of brown.
And that was, I believe, the longest running commercial in American television.
Now, who was ring around the collar? Was it Clorox?
Wasn't that the
Calgon?
I can't believe we're on this topic.
Wasn't that the Calgon Ancient Chinese Secret commercial, right?
I thought Calgon was Take Me.
Was that different?
Take Me Away.
Because Ancient Chinese Secret at one point had run more than any other commercial, apparently.
Oh, okay, but not.
But the Palmolive, you're soaking in it, is a reference to fingernails and thus the hooves. So Chick was very correct in trying to make that funny. Thank you, Chick. I appreciate the effort.
I'll try it.
No, Calgon also was the Ancient Chinese Secret commercial.
Which took away ring around the collar?
Apparently.
Okay.
No, ring around the collar was Whisk. Come on.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Wake up.
Yes, very good.
And Al Cooper wrote the Whisk jingle.
Oh, for God's sake.
Thank you, Ace.
Oh, I just got a text. We are no more listeners. We've lost them all.
I wondered. I knew it was going to be soon.
I knew we were down to 8.
Yeah,
Let's
I
call
knew
it,
it was going to be
fellas.
soon.
Let's go get bagels on me.
But, I had no idea. At the world's greatest race course, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, we had the setting of the pole yesterday. Alex Palou will be on the pole. The Indianapolis, he's from Spain. He put together the fastest 4-lap pole run in history.
You got those bare necessities, those simple.
Oh, Palou. Palou.
Oh, it's Palou. I'm sorry.
He edged Rinus VK and Felix Rosenqvist and gave Chip Ganassi Racing, who I met at a private, what was that, where they take the private jets off. I saw him on.
Where they take the private jets.
Like a private airfield?
Private, yeah. What's the word I'm looking for?
Airport?
Airfield?
Or jets take off and you can't
airport,
go there unless you know somebody.
Was there a nice spread at this event? Was there like shrimp cocktail around?
They did have refreshments, I believe.
Like a roast beef carving station maybe with the horseradish dip?
Oh, nice.
Love that.
No, I don't think. No, just the drinks.
Yeah, I should get that
We're
for
just
next
getting
time.
on the jet. And anyway, congratulations for that. Kyle Larson won the NASCAR event in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina, which is just north of South Wilkesboro, North Carolina.
By the way, I must make a...
I'm sorry, I really thought that was funny.
It was very
It's about time I'm laughing. Okay.
Editor's note. We had a story earlier this month about a record that was going to be attempted to get the most Kyles.
In Kyle, Texas.
In Kyle, Texas. Do you remember this story?
Nope.
Yeah, it was called The Gathering of the Kyles. It took place over the weekend.
Which is better than the original title, which was, of course, C. Kyles.
Oh, boy.
S-E-E. And you would point to where...
Yeah.
I thought you were going with The Gathering of the Piles.
It was part of the, in Texas, of the Textravaganza
Well, that sounds
at
fun.
Lake Kyle Park in the city of Kyle. They were trying to...
Pass!
break the record of the most people with the same name. They did not. They came close, but they did not make it.
Oh, that's they didn't do it.
But apparently they are going to try again. So,
and you contend this made national news?
Yes, it did. Right here in the internet.
Even though they didn't make it?
That's correct.
I don't believe you. Why would this? Is someone have a producer named Kyle? Why would this make it?
It's fun.
So they didn't do it.
So what's the record for the most gathering of the same?
2,325 for participants named Ivan.
Can we just pick a name and try to break a record then?
Sure. 2,325. That year hasn't happened yet, has it?
No. That's the number of people named Ivan.
I thought we were talking about Kyle's.
When did that happen? Was my question.
I'll have to look it up.
Oh, really?
It's in the Guinness Book of World
Welcome
Records.
to my world.
Okay, but the larger point here is, yes, Christy, you could do the most Christies in the same place if you felt like it.
We could do the most chicks.
I don't think either of you would technically count.
I think chick is slang for Charles, and my name's Charles, and I'll stand by that.
Okay, I'm with you. Yours is just nonsense.
Yeah. You're right.
I hate to jump in with something new here, but as I think in my brain, nothing else is going on. So there's a tweet that has caught my fancy this morning, and I need to know more about it. It's a golden retriever helping in their owner park. They're backing into a space. Now, if you know who this is or who this dog is or where this happened, I need to know. The
waving the driver on.
The big sweetie barks twice when he's in the slot.
Hey, that's the funniest thing ever.
It's amazing. It's everything. We need to know where this happened, and we need to talk to these. Now, this is news, not the Kyle gathering.
This is incredible.
This is a news story.
Can we get cars to replace their rear cameras with a golden retriever?
Yes.
That dog should be in charge of something. He should be on a board or a committee somewhere.
He's never been happy.
I trust him working at an airport.
Oh, here it is. I got that dog's name is Cooper.
Are you sure?
With a K.
You know.
A K.
No, it isn't.
Like Al Cooper.
Okay. You're just having fun with me.
That's correct. I want to remind everybody about getting up this early It's very important that
really
the
sucks
sleep,
just as much as you think it
the
does.
sleep you do get is very important. I'll start with you, Christy,
Yes.
since you seem to be in a better mood than everybody.
Sure.
What is your sleep number setting?
45.
That means on your sleep number bed, you set it at 45. That
Yep.
means your side of the bed is somewhat, what's the word I'm looking for? Softer.
Softer, yes.
Whereas Chick McGee, your sleep number setting?
100. I go to the firmness, the firmest of all.
And that's what I've been doing too. So we call it leveling up with a sleep number bed, just to get better sleep because it's so important. Adjustable firmness is the key to the sleep number bed, but that's only one of them. They've got that down. They've got a great track record of having adjustable firmness on a mattress. Either side of the bed can be adjusted at the touch of a button. That's step one. Lots of other things have been going on in the world of sleep number beds, including temperature controls, et cetera, et cetera. Find out the details by getting up to the next level of sleep and unlock your potential with a smart bed that can perform as well as you do. And as it happens right now, for a limited time, 50% off the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed, plus special financing also available for a limited time subject to credit approval. Get the details at a Sleep Number store. It's the only place you can buy a Sleep Number bed. How do you find them? You go to sleepnumber.com/BT show and get all the details about the great Sleep Number beds. I know I love mine. When we come back in sports, what have you got over there?
Well, Jim Brown passed away over the weekend on Saturday, so I don't feel like we're arguing enough in this room.
Uh-oh.
So I'm going to have the top 20 NFL players of all time. I will tell you who's on that list and what place they maintain.
I assume Mr. Brown is in there?
I'm not saying a word.
Number 32?
No, he's in the top 20.
Do you know who the kicker was for that era of the Cleveland Browns?
I'm going to guess Joe the Toe Groza.
It's very good. It's Lou the Toe Groza.
Oh. Okay, yeah.
I'll give you half. I'll give you half. That's 50%. That's an F. When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Text us at 888-262.
Summer is upon us and the sun is blistering, and all of my valuables they turn up missing. Can't find my lawn chair, can't find my radio, can't find the yard rake, can't find the garden hose, can't find the cans to throw away the trash. Maybe I should cut the grass.
Yeah, maybe.
Fescue growing up higher and higher. Guess I went a little crazy with the fertilizer. Can't find the barbecue, can't find the meat, can't see the neighbor's house across the street. Couldn't find both hands if I use my ass. Maybe I should cut the grass.
Wait a minute. Yeah.
Should've got it earlier, but I'm allergic. Just too cheap to get a service ticket from the city for a violation. Neighbors think I'm dead or on a long vacation. Well, I got a new shiny riding mower with a 3-blade cutter and 2 cup holders. Where it's gone to is just bewildering. Went to ask my wife and children. Find her purse and keys, but they ain't come back. Maybe I should cut the grass. Got so quiet you can't hear the wind blow. And it's getting real shady around the upstairs windows. The dog just whimpers and won't go outside. And I sit up in my bed all night, listening to the lawn clawing at the glass. Maybe I should have cut the grass. Maybe I should have cut the grass. Maybe I should have.
All right. Very nice, Haywood.
Try new things on a smaller scale, and they'll take what they've learned to create future experiences that can reach more of our guests and fans. $5,000. That is a galaxy far, far away. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hey, Shooter, it's Kenny Tarmac. Hey, we just landed. I'm an ORD, just got in from TPA through ATL. And hey, guess what else just landed? The Bob and Tom app. I know. Now, thanks to the Bob and Tom app, even if I have to go all the way from Foxtrot 20 down to Alpha 4, I can still listen live, see their videos, find an affiliate station, use the alarm, and even send a message. This is Kenny Tarmac signing off and reminding you, everything I touch turns to sold.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
Some like Bud, some like Schlitz, but for me, it's
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Oh, he was so sweet. It was our first date, and he went all out. He bought me dinner, he got me drunk, and then I got bald.
Oh, did you ever? It was perfect.
Britney Spears recently shocked the world with her latest fashion statement, a completely shaved head. Now, to commemorate Britney's new look, Bob and Tom Labs is proud to introduce their new perfume, Bald.
B-A-L-D. Bald.
A fragrance for today's unraveling woman. She's kooky, she's crazy, and she's getting bald.
Tomorrow's my girlfriend's birthday, and she'll definitely be getting bald.
What woman wouldn't love to get bald?
My wife and I are celebrating our 30th anniversary soon. I thought she'd be thrilled when I told her she was going to get bald, but she just rolled over and went back to sleep.
Okay, almost everybody wants to get bald. Be sure to get some today. Just look for the slick box, and you'll know you're getting bald.
B-A-L-D. Bald.
Hey, this is Larry the Cable Guy, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Boy, better get up, get some exercise.
Are the stars out tonight? I don't care if it's cloudy or bright, 'cause I'm blind.
Jeez.
You know you're too high when you're eating cereal naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on. You realize it's not your girlfriend, it's just a woman on a bus. That's how you know you're too high.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
You might as well shoot me when the beer runs out.
Bob and Tom.
Platforms.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey there, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
There's Ace Cosby. Willie Griswold's here.
Yo.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Oh, thank you very much. Sorry, the mic. We have a number of interesting things happening today. Christy Lee is back.
Hello.
Good to see you, Christy.
Good to be here.
Now, we are going to return to the sports page and see what's happening over there. We've covered a little bit, but...
Jim Brown passed away over the weekend. He was, 87 or so, and he was part of the Cleveland Summit there in 1967, and just an amazing NFL football player. In the Hall of Fame for the NFL, College Football Hall of Fame, Lacrosse Hall of Fame. Quite the athlete. Some say the greatest NFL player of all time. So that brings us to, well, who are the top 20 NFL players of all time?
All right.
Would you like to guess, Tom, as to who the 20th player is?
20th.
How far back do these go, may I ask?
These go back in the history of the National Football League.
20.
And how current are they?
As current as today's headlines.
Okay. So Tom Brady has to be in there.
That's not answering the question.
That's not number 20.
Number 20 is Patrick Mahomes.
I'll go Drew Brees.
Neither one of those that
Walter
you mentioned are in the top 20.
Okay. He shouldn't necessarily be.
Actually,
Give him a shot.
could you do something else? My computer crashed. I have to find the list again.
I was just going to guess. I was going to guess Paul Horning, but that does.
Paul Horning's not in the top 20.
But so they're
Bart Starr.
They're not counting nightlife.
Starr's
They're not
not.
counting nightlife.
They're not counting nighttime.
I mean,
Joe Namath.
that'd be a better list.
The biggest partiers in the NFL?
Yeah. Ken the Snake Stabler.
The Snake?
Is he the one that was smoking on the sideline? They have a picture of him.
Number 20 is Gale Sayers. I can't stand it anymore.
Okay, sir.
Number 19 is Rod Woodson. So you can see, if you want to jump in here, this is for the NFL fan. This isn't for whatever the hell you people are. and I'm adding Willie in that list because his top 10 would be Peyton Manning, Reggie Wayne, Edgerrin James, Dallas Clark.
You forgot Jeff Saturday.
Jeff Saturday would be number 2.
Let me ask you a technical question.
I'm not answering, but go ahead.
What position dominates the list?
I don't think.
Are there the most
I don't think there is. No, I don't think there is.
Running back?
That it can be qualified that way.
Is there a position that's not on the list?
Oh, my God.
Punter, flanker.
I assume there's not a lot of long snappers.
There are no punters in the top 20.
You should be. Willie raises a great point.
Hey, Ray Guy should be in there.
Top 20.
Shut up, you Raiders and Ray Guy. Can suck my ass. I'm tired of hearing about Ray Guy. He won us a couple games. No, he didn't. He's a punter. Next.
I'm just curious if there is.
Who's number 8? Who's 17?
Is there a top 20 long snappers in the NFL?
Top 20, Gale Sayers. Number 19, Rod Woodson. Number 18, Alan Page. You guys don't even know who these players are.
Who's Alan Page?
Where's Doug Flutie?
Number 17, Anthony Munoz. Number 16.
I know him.
Some say the greatest offensive tackle in the history of the
Anthony
league.
Munoz?
Where's this list come from?
It's CBS
He played for the
Sports.
Bengals,
You've
right?
Heard of them. Number 16, well, I disagree with this strongly. Emmett Smith. I don't know what they're talking about there. Number 15, Randy Moss. Number 14, Mean Joe Green. Number 13, Dan Marino. Number 12, Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
There's as fresh as today's headlines.
I don't know who that is.
Number 11, Johnny Unitas. Number 10, you want to just concentrate on the top 10?
All right.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Joe Montana is number 10.
Okay.
Number 9 is Ray Lewis. Number 8 is Barry Sanders. Number 7, Reggie White. Number 6, Lawrence Taylor. Number 5, Peyton Manning.
Yep.
Number 4, Walter Payton. Number 3, Jim Brown. Number 2, Jerry Rice.
Tom Brady has to be number 1.
And number 1 is Tom Brady.
God.
There you go.
Wow.
So see, it's a bona fide list. That was my mistake. It should have been like the
partying, the best
partiers, or the NFL players for housewives, or casual.
Is there a list of the best partiers in pro sports? I'm
sure.
Denny McClain. Do you know that?
Who's Denny McClain?
It's a pitcher. It's a different sport. Ken Stabler famously said that he was called out on all his partying, and he said he could read the playbook just fine by the light of a jukebox.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I know a woman that had conjugal visit with him.
Stabler?
Yeah.
Good for her.
Cool.
Yeah. And apparently the Snake was a pretty good nickname.
Oh. Huh.
Okay.
Well, it wasn't like she was walking funny. She just mentioned it.
She wasn't walking funny.
Okay, sorry. Is that sports?
No. Florida fisherman hospitalized after a shark he was reeling in bit him.
That is the risk one takes when reeling in a shark.
You know what they say?
Shark gonna be a
man
shark.
to fish.
Shark has to be a shark, right?
Yeah, shark's gonna shark.
The Monroe County Sheriff's Office said 35-year-old man was fishing off a dock in Summerlin Key when he caught the shark off a dock.
Yikes.
While the shark was on the dock, it bit him on the foot.
Ouch.
The angler was flown by trauma helicopter to a hospital in Miami.
Holy samoli.
So I think they're having trouble here. I don't know if they wanted to say it bit him on the foot or his foot off.
Well, yeah.
I don't know what happened there.
So once it's on the dock, you got to stay away from the mouth still.
Apparently.
Yes.
Was he trying to get the lure out?
I don't know.
He probably didn't know what to do. Yeah.
Okay.
So there you go.
All right, we'll be
I
careful.
don't know what I'd do if I reeled in a shark. My gosh.
You would probably shart, wouldn't you?
I would shart from that shark.
Shart from a shark.
That shark made me shart.
They'd helicopter the guy out of there?
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be a pretty serious medical bill.
Those are free, aren't they?
Does
They
your
charge you for
insurance
those?
cover that?
I don't think that's free. I think that's
Yikes.
That'd be a hell of a premium.
Gotta stop getting chompered when I have a cold.
Yeah.
I thought it was free.
Okay.
Matter of fact.
There isn't I was hoping there'd be a picture of this thing, but there isn't.
A shark or the foot?
Well, either one. The injury or yeah, so they bite back. That's the problem. Okay. Now, what's coming? You want to give me the teaser of what's happening next?
Worst world record we've ever offered here on the Bob and Tom Show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Really stupid and irritating. What it makes life up for, it's just awful.
It's so bad it can't be ignored?
No. It could be ignored. Absolutely, it could be ignored. We would not. The
fact that we're not ignoring it is irritating.
Yeah, we wouldn't lose a step if we didn't talk about it.
Coming up, we have something that Chick will actually enjoy because it involves England and Big Ben.
It's the bell, not the clock.
I was hoping you'd say that.
I hope you're aware of it.
And
let me ask you this. What's the bell made out of? Let me ask you this. Has anyone, Prime Minister, ever stood under it?
Struck noon. Why don't you know that question? You should know that question.
So this guy's on the dock, Pat, and gets his foot bit off.
Did it get it bitten off?
It better have for it to make the news.
I bet there's a song parody that sounds like sitting on the dock of the bay.
You mean bitten on the dock of the bay?
I was going more frightened.
This great white shark.
So it
doesn't bite my foot
So it'll be,
anymore.
it will rhyme with bitten on the dock of the bay.
He's been so scared.
I see. Once he gets bitten, it on the
involuntary.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Wash off the dock. We're coming right back. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Even though we're not too much to look at, you can also watch the show on our YouTube channel.
Tony Stewart joins us. The head of the team is AJ Foyt. You used to work for AJ?
Actually, I had a
kind of a tryout.
A tryout with AJ. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
It was an experience.
Yeah,
I'm sure it was.
Do you want to talk about it?
No.
I don't know. I'm kind of in a vindictive mood this morning. I don't mind getting back at the old man.
You know, you're obviously a very fit guy, and a lot of the racers these days do a lot of weightlifting and really keeping in shape. Being fit is important to being a race car driver these days. He was giving you a real hard time, right?
Yeah, we actually there were two of us that went out and had a test with Foyt at Phoenix, and AJ had brought his Craftsman truck and his Winston Cup car to practice with those cars, and brought a gentleman named Frederick Ekblom from Sweden and myself, and Frederick and I couldn't really converse with each other very well. I couldn't understand what he was saying, and he couldn't understand what I was saying.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, hanging around with AJ and his background and my background are very similar, and as soon as I got to the track, I mean, he's cracking up jokes and poking jabs at me all day. And so we got back to the hotel that first evening, and his nephew, who's the team manager, Tommy LaMance, I told Tommy, I can't take this much longer. I'm used to giving it right back when I get it. And he goes, that's the quickest way I can think of to go home from this test early.
So he's saying, you got to just take it from AJ. You can't give it back.
Yeah, that's exactly what he was trying to say. So I'm thinking, well, surely I can do this miss another 4 days, it's not going to be that bad. So I wake up in the morning and talking about fit drivers, which AJ hasn't seen his shoes for a couple years now. Okay. The biggest thing on his agenda for the day is making sure he's the first one down to the breakfast buffet at the hotel. So I show up in the morning.
Boy, are you a dead man?
Oh, I know. I know. I'm going to take the long way back to the garage this morning.
Oh, man.
But I go downstairs early in the morning, and right off the bat, I haven't even sat down, and I just eat a bowl of cereal in the morning. My brain cannot digest everything that I try to put down my mouth that early in the morning. But I sit down, and he's right at it again early in the morning, and all the way out to the racetrack, same thing. So I'm sitting here.
He's on top of you the whole time, giving you a tough time.
He's just killing me, and I'm sitting there thinking, boy, I really don't want to leave this test early, but I really don't want to take this all day either. So first thing he does, he gets dressed and he's getting ready to get in his Winston Cup car, and he hadn't been in that car the day before. He ran the truck, and the truck has a lot larger window to get in than the Winston Cup car.
In a Winston Cup car, the doors don't open.
No,
there is no door.
You have to climb through the window.
Okay.
So he's getting in feet first, and he's kind of wedging himself into the window, and I look at him, and everybody's kind of working around, and the IndyCar guys are working on the Indy cars, the stock car guys are working on the stock car, and so he's about halfway in there, and I said, hold on a minute. He stops and looks around and says, what? I go, let me get some wheel bearing grease and I'll help you slide in this thing. And you could have heard a pin drop. Nobody said anything. And the great thing about it, I guess I got lucky there, was that he almost fell out of the car backwards laughing.
Good.
And from there on, it was open season. I mean, he was twice as bad the rest of the week, and I think more of it, he just wanted to hear what I was going to say back to him. But from then on, we've been really the best of friends.
Oh, good.
Dave and his two stacked roommates.
What's wrong, Cindy? It's this darn brassiere. It keeps pinching.
Oh, yeah. Feeling fine.
Yeah, mine's pinching a bit, too. Let's just take them off. Okay.
Hello. He's living rent-free and getting an eyeful.
Cindy, what do you think of my new negligee? Do you think it fits? Oh, yeah, it looks great. What do you think of mine?
He's invisible and insatiable.
Gee, Cindy, this bed sure feels lumpy. Boy, that's uncomfortable.
Come to Papa. You know you want it. Invisible Dave and his two stacked roommates. Followed by the fast-paced action of pro basketball with a moral twist. Meet Carl Goodman, Amish power forward.
We have worked together, my friends. We shared the ball with he who was open, and were blessed when 2 points were bestowed upon us. Now we must pray. Oh, merciful God above us.
It's Carl Goodman, Amish power forward, right after Invisible Dave and his two stacked roommates. Thursday on ABC.
Ye be thar.
Hey, folks. Boom. It's me. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. That's 24 days and 27 days a week and 24 like the show with the guy who whispers all the time and saves the world. And Bob and Tom 24/7. Hey, it won't blow up the world.
When grandfather dies, life will be strange. When grandfather dies, my whole world will change. When grandfather dies, I'll scream and I'll yell, 'cause I'll be rich as hell.
And then I figured I didn't need to write anymore. My most recent marriage was a disaster. It made the wreck of the Edmunds Fitzgerald look like a fender bender.
Wow.
Sorry to hear that.
Hello.
And you remember Lord's famous line about gun control, more or less.
Yes. The relationship taught me a lot. It taught me they won't sell you a handgun if you're crying.
Are you a single guy? I used to be married, but I'm divorced now. Yeah, my marriage wasn't working out. I was driving down the road one day, and my wife ripped the rear view mirror out of the windshield and beat me in the head with it.
What?
You'd have thought nobody had ever made love to her sister. She was just as bad. She used to brag, I can count the number of men I've been to bed with on one hand, and then she'd do it too. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick.
Hey, Josh Arnold.
Chick.
Yep, there's Willie Griswold.
Yo.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. I'm Chick McGee. And here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you, Chickster. We've covered a few things in sports. We will continue to do so.
Yeah.
And
one more.
Well, let's just go right to it. What is it then?
Stupid world record. David Rush and Jonathan Hannon's daughter. And I think it's Aaron.
Hollywood Hannon, yeah.
Is it Aaron?
I guess.
It's EIRINN.
Irene?
I don't know.
Could be a typo. I'm not sure. I'll double check.
Okay. They teamed up to break the Guinness World Record for the most toots of a party blower in 1 minute.
Now, this needs to be clarified.
This is a world record.
Yeah, when you say most toots at a party, you're thinking, okay, it's...
That's cocaine related.
Oh, I was
That
thinking,
could be, yeah.
I was thinking flatulence.
Well, you two go to very different parties.
What kind of bean birthday cakes are you eating?
Mine's a lot more fun than his, let me just tell you.
Yeah, but this is... how do you describe those things?
Do they unfurl when you
Yeah.
blow them?
Yeah.
The party favors?
Party horns. People know what
Like New Year's.
party horns are.
Yeah.
Party horns.
Yeah, and that shows them doing this. It's
Oh, boy, that's exciting.
yeah, and
Loud, I bet.
I assume it's Aaron. It's EIRINN. It's the correct spelling according to this thing. But yeah, they're blowing party.
They beat their own record of 86 after blowing a total of 93 in 60 seconds.
You know what's the fact that they held up, that the unfurl, it didn't tear, it didn't puncture. That's fairly impressive.
Yeah, not a lot of structural integrity.
So does it have to unfurl the entire way to be considered a toot?
Yeah, they actually have tape that marks how far it has to unfurl.
Oh.
It's very official for something really silly. But it does make the world record. That is the most toots. And so you thought that was a cocaine reference, the toot ski, if you will?
Little bump?
Yeah.
Okay.
Toot ski.
Little toot.
I haven't heard that in a while.
Nailful.
Yeah, and then the name party blower could also be a unfortunate bachelor.
Finally, the party blower showed up.
Yikes. Sorry. Is that sports?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
yes. Toot, 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 toot. Wouldn't it at one point sound like one continuous toot?
Yes, it's got to be pretty annoying sounding.
I don't understand. Or I guess... Okay, here it is. The Toots World Record.
Oh, it's almost like you only hear the unfurling. You don't hear the...
Sound like a Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
They must have taken the thing out, so
Yeah.
they didn't drive each other crazy. Yeah.
So then this is just not right. There's no tooting involved.
There's zero tooting.
Yeah,
There's more tooting in a Donna Summer song.
That's a cocaine reference, isn't it?
No. Toot toot beep beep.
Right.
Oh.
Remember Bad Girls?
Sure. Pat, I'm sure you've played. You're an old what they call a road dog. You've been doing comedy in live places for many years.
Yes.
I'm sure you've done many a New Year's Eve.
Oh, boy, have I ever.
Have you done the New Year's Eve where the club thought it would be a good idea to put the party favors on the table at the beginning of the show?
Yeah, that changed, but for a long time they had them on the table.
They eventually all realized, oh, wait.
Those were good times.
Ooh.
Pat's starting a song. You just hear,
oh,
That's
dude.
all it was.
Because you can't help yourself.
the night they're fun.
And they think they're helping?
Yeah, they think they're helping.
I think this record might have made me the most angry of all the records.
Yeah, man, you're pretty upset.
Because it's not even the horn's not even making a sound.
Does this help at all?
Oh, yeah. It's toot toot. And then whistles blowing. Yeah.
There's a documentary on HBO and HBO Max, Donna Summers, that premiered this weekend.
Oh, really?
She was a great singer.
Remember the rumor? She was a man.
I saw her. I was backstage with her at an event, and she was not a man.
Oh, okay. You can verify.
And I believe
talked over the whistle. Now you got to back it up.
Oh, there we go. There's the toot toot. There's the beep beep. Toot toot. My point was that song has more toots than this record.
Yes, your point is valid. So
It just sounds like a guy falling down the stairs.
Whiplash.
Well, I don't know if that's the. Oh my God! Oh, geez.
Ah, jeez.
Why is all this stuff in the staircase?
Gary fell down the stairs again. Well, what do you expect? You keep the cowbell on him.
It's gonna. It's just.
Could we hear that audio again of Gary falling down the stairs?
Oh God!
Why is Gary carrying a cowbell?
Oh boy. Oh, right up the old keister.
Well,
he's not carrying a cowbell anymore. Well, I guess he is.
There you go. So there's a Donna Summer documentary.
Yeah, it's supposed to be good.
Okay, good. Yeah, she was backstage at an event where I was, and I believe the phrase would be "Baby's got back."
Oh, yeah, nice ass, huh?
Ample buns.
Good for her.
How about them cakes?
Very nice, very nice, and very funny, actually.
Oh, good.
Yes,
yeah.
Very, very nice.
Good.
Now, it's that.
So
does,
you'd have Donna Summer, Johnny and Edgar Winter.
Oh, there you go.
Bruce Springsteen.
Sunny Autumn.
Are you gonna count Bruce Springsteen?
No.
Okay.
It's just the first spring that came to my mind.
I mean, that's perfectly valid.
No.
Well, but then you got to go Dusty Springfield. You got to go Rick Springfield.
Right.
I don't think so. It's not
So
Donna.
wait a minute, on the Mount Rushmore
Fall Boy,
of seasonal
Fallout Boy.
artists.
The Mount Rushmore of seasonal artists.
That said Fallout Boy.
Does that
Yeah, I was
count?
trying to look for fall.
You know something? I think it does.
All right, I need to know who in this room is a Fallout Boy fan. I'm sick of talking about
There
it.
are about 3 songs that I will that I'm an apologist
I'm
for.
a big fan too.
Seen them twice.
Sugar, we're going down swinging. I just love that song.
It's such a
Seen
fun
him
song.
twice. You paid money or you got in free?
Free.
He never pays money to see a show.
Fallout Boy paid Ace to come to the show.
How did you get hooked up with Fallout Boy? Is their manager your bro or something?
The girl I was dating at the time, I took her kids to the show.
Oh, look at you.
And then the other time, they were with
That doesn't. How did you get into the show for free?
I know people.
He knows people.
So it wasn't anybody from Fallout Boy. It was somebody from the venue.
Can you get me cure tickets?
Thank you. That only took 20 minutes to get that answer.
Remember Ace's motto, "My face is my past."
Your model.
Apparently Ace has never
He doesn't care for that.
We had T-shirts made. I still have mine.
It says "My face is."
Ace Cosby, my face is my past. You remember those shirts you made?
I have Sharpies that say it.
Yep.
The Ace Cosby signature.
I got those for Ace. Thought they'd be fun.
Yeah, I've got a couple of them. I'm proud to have them.
Chick, you're
Those chicks.
Talking about Ace. I'm checking out. I'm out. Get my stuff. Hang on. Ace has a question. Yes.
In July, Fallout Boy is here, so we can go see him.
Yeah, that'll never happen. Thanks.
They're on tour. It's a very nice band.
I don't know if I know any of their songs.
Oh, you'll recognize them. Yeah.
Yeah, if you've been to a gym, you could.
That's an excellent
You've heard them.
point.
They're not really songs so much as cheers. The crowds do.
Oh, really?
A lot of fun songs. Yeah.
Oh, they have one song that's like that they play, but there's a few good, really fun ones. It's kind of like that pop punk.
Oh, they
emo
did the
thing.
Uma Thurman song, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah, I remember that one.
So
I can tell by your scowl that you love it.
Did we come up with the
No, I didn't hate it.
seasonal Mount Rushmore?
Not quite.
Yeah.
No, we're still missing
Donna Summer, Edgar Winter. I would go with.
I googled.
I said
that is
Edgar
what
Winter
Chick said.
20
I
minutes
thought you
ago.
said Johnny.
I
said
said
both of
Johnny
them.
and Edgar Winter.
You can only have one. It's Mount
20
Rushmore.
minutes.
You can't have.
You know, I just like to listen. I just like to have you listen to the show.
I
one
heard you
day.
say Johnny Winter.
Just
I think
one day.
Fallout Boy counts.
I googled celebrity fall, like looking for a last
Right.
name, but I found videos of Katy Perry falling and Taylor Swift falling. And
That was Willie. Are they okay?
Everyone's
Okay, all
fine,
right,
I
good,
think.
good.
It's in a compilation video, so I imagine everybody's okay.
All right.
Dick Van Dyke falling. It's a good time.
Yeah, spring. That's a tough one.
You can't go. I think Springsteen's perfectly valid. Bruce Springsteen.
I don't think so.
Donna
I
Summer.
I disagree.
Fallout Boy.
No.
And Edgar Winter or Johnny.
I think we can do better with spring. What's another word for spring?
Flower time.
Is there a flower time out there?
Yeah, Steve Flower Time.
Okay.
Yeah, lead singer. Well, he was the guitarist
Flower
for Gary Lewis and the Playboys.
I knew it. I knew it.
I blame you for this. Chick.
That was dumb.
It's flower time.
Yes.
Flower time.
I don't know if there are any singers in fall. We'll have to work on that. But coming up,
No, we got fall. But spring is the one we need.
Springsteen.
Fall Out Boy is better than Springsteen.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. because it's one word.
Because Fall Out Boy, now you've got Mount Rushmore.
I bet there's also an autumn.
You're going to
out
have
there.
the entire band up there? That's a lot of carving.
Just Pete. We'll get Pete Wentz up there. The rest of the fellas
Okay.
can hang out in the green room.
Most famous person with the last name Spring, the first one on the list, Dick Spring.
Dick Spring.
I used to have to use one of them.
Yeah, usually at the beginning of the porno.
Okay, really?
What Dick Spring do?
I have no idea.
Boing.
He's the
He hopped around like Tigger.
Isn't Dick Spring a device made by our friends at Cook
They
Urological?
don't say what. I don't know what he does. Maybe he is a porn star. Who knows? God,
Dick Spring is the most famous person.
that's what it says.
So we're going to have to go with Springsteen then for our Mount Rushmore. We'll continue
For now,
working on
yeah,
that.
we'll figure
Okay,
this
thank
out.
You, thank you very much. Now, you want?
Oh, there was an astronaut named Sherwood Spring.
Can you give me the teaser, please?
Me? Yes, we have a lot of medical news today.
Oh, yeah?
We have a surgeon that asked for some help for an amputation.
Hey, I'd rather him ask for help than try to do it himself.
Well, wait till you find out
wait
who
till
he
you
is.
find out, yeah.
Okay.
We have another guy live streaming his operations, and how important, guys, is your penis size? We'll talk about that.
That shut us up.
Got awful quiet.
Yeah, we got real
quiet.
Everybody's real nervous, except Ace over there.
Dick Spring, by the way, was an Irish politician.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Vote
I
for.
thought that was Irish Spring.
Aren't you for Dick Spring?
That is so silly.
He's a soap opera star.
Ah.
Thank you very much, Pat. I want to talk about great food this spring. How about this summer? I guess it's officially summer, eh?
Not officially.
Not yet, June.
It's going to be.
20th, so.
By the time you take care of this, maybe it will be. I'm talking about HelloFresh, and they've got some great stuff. Let's keep it with spring. Some great food in bloom. Does that sound good? HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. Why that code? Because it's for the 16 free meals as part of this special package. You know how HelloFresh works? They do the grocery shopping. They do the measuring. The ingredients arrive at your door. And it's going to be cheaper than takeout and much more delicious. It's restaurant quality food from HelloFresh. Willie, what's some of the stuff you've been working on?
How about you check out the bruschetta chicken with a mozzarella crust, bacon, mashed potatoes, and broccoli. HelloFresh sends you 10 ingredients. Put those together in 6 easy steps. In just over a half hour, you have this delicious chicken dinner that you made at home with help from HelloFresh.
HelloFresh has a new motto. It's, hey, it's okay to be picky. That's why they have 40 recipes every week to choose from. And I shouldn't even say recipes because it's more than that. They supply the food and they've done the measuring. You put it together sometimes in just 10 minutes. HelloFresh has every array of food, too. We're talking about vegetarian over here, even vegan, pescatarian, also good old-fashioned comfort food. They've got it all. Also, something really cool, celebrate Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month with authentic recipes created by the famous chef Serbi Sani from New York's Tagmo restaurant. Try some great food, and you get to put it together. It's great for date night, great for teaching the kids how to cook. 16 free meals, a special package from HelloFresh. BT Show 16 is the code. HelloFresh.com/BT Show16. Do yourself a favor and check this out. It's really great food. HelloFresh.com/BT Show16. We had the firecracker meatballs last week. Josh, you just did another one last week.
Yes, I made pork taquitos.
Delicious. Check it out. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. Coming up, we have surgery in the news. And I've got a couple technical questions involving dogs I need your help with when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker.
Oh, how I do get sentimental about me carefree days as a lad. We never had toys that were store-bought. We would improvise with things that we had. We made forts out of cardboard boxes. Yardsticks were swords or were spears. But of all these things, none gave the hours of fun like me mother's gigantic brazier. Oh, me mother's, oh, me mother's, me mother's gigantic brazier. It was of the finest label, canvas, lace, and stainless cable. Me mother's gigantic brazier. Yeah! Oh, I leapt from the roof of the garage, though I was but 6 or 7 years. Oh, I would have broke me back, but I clung fast to the straps of me mother's gigantic brazier. Oh, me mother's, oh, me mother's, me mother's gigantic brazier. Wing nuts, cleats, and spoiler, brass grommets, and cup holder on me mother's gigantic brazier. We tied the bra between 2 trees. The neighbor boys, they did declare. We ended the attack with 6 pumpkins and 2 cats flung from me mother's gigantic brazier. Oh, me mother's, oh, me mother's, me mother's gigantic brazier. Delicate flower appliques, 8-track tape and safety chains on me mother's gigantic brazier. One time we used it to slow down our dragster or parasail behind our boat. Then there was a time it was used to airlift an injured skier off a treacherous mountain slope. But most I think of my father's pride when wash day it was done, as he hoisted it up the telephone pole to billow in the sun. Oh, me mother's, oh, me mother's, me mother's gigantic brazier. With an awning and screen door, could sleep 2 family of 4. It's me mother's gigantic brazier. Oh, me mother's, oh, me mother's, me mother's gigantic brazier. Reinforced hydraulic winch, reflective tape, and 3-point hitch on me mother's gigantic brazier.
But not fish, because that's disgusting.
I'm with you. Oh,
How can you tell when fish goes bad? It smells like fish either way. I can't believe we're still serving fish with the heads on there. What are we, barbarians? I always feel like the eyes looking at me like, you don't mind if I watch while you eat my body, do you? Don't be distracted if a little tear comes out.
Sad 7. Oh, yeah.
I love when vegetarians, they always try and impress you. They're like, I haven't had meat in 5 years. I haven't had a banana in a month.
When I was in the Navy, one of my favorite jokes was I used to fly this radar plane, and we'd go up for these really long, boring missions in the middle of the night. So get a new guy in the squadron, you know, I'd go up with him and say, hey, middle of the night, if you want to take a nap, go ahead. So he'd doze off. While he's asleep, I would go ahead and run. I'd like hit the circuit breaker, pull the circuit breaker so the fuel gauges go to 0.
Uh-oh.
Then I would act like I was asleep. And when he came to, boy, did his eyes just light up. That's
light up like a fire. Oh, man.
Died of a heart attack. It's hilarious.
The old empty gas tank joke.
I don't know what happened.
All right, so comedian Alan Havey joins us. What else is on your mind? What are you talking about these days?
Oh, my girlfriend wants to have kids now, and I don't want kids. You know, kids are spoiled today. I don't know what happened. I guess children had a major coup about 12 years ago, spoiled little bastards. When a kid's bad, what do they tell them now?
No, time out.
Time out. What the hell is that?
Time out.
Yeah, I had time out when I was a kid. I'd wake up and go, what happened?
Bob and Tom 24/7. Not on air, online, all the time.
Bob.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. Willie Griswold is here.
Yo.
I'm Chick McGee, and I bit my tongue, and here's Tom Griswold. And I'm sad because
Why?
I wanted to know where the dog was that was directing their owner into the parking space. Apparently, it's a Subaru commercial.
It's still great.
I've been had.
Is it real or is it CG, whatever?
No, he's really doing it, but still, I thought it was somebody's,
Sure.
It's professionally trained as opposed to...
Exactly, right.
I still think it's great.
Well, Chick, you know what might cheer you up? Nicole has written in from the Baltimore, Maryland area of Michigan. She says, Dear Tom and his prisoners, I'm a highly educated old lady, 46, she says. That is pretty old.
Wow.
Who loves Fall Out Boy. Chick, you need to open your mind to some fun music.
Yeah.
Would you like...
No, thank you.
I like him, too.
What is their biggest hit?
I'm glad you
Seriously.
guys enjoy them.
I think, thanks for
I
the
just don't know
memories.
why I have to be subjected to them.
Dance, Dance, and Sugar We're Going Down is the big three.
Wait a minute. Whatever Ace was doing, I love that.
Dance,
Dance. Oh, yeah.
That one, I don't care for Dance Dance too much.
It's fun. It's got a really good bass line. It's got that check.
I was like, I don't think these guys are for me. And then Sugar We're Going Down came out, and I went, oh, no, they're kind of for me.
Mm-hmm. They're fun, man.
Yeah.
You can't understand any of the words the guy's saying.
This is the one you like?
Very much. Yeah.
Yeah. Should I get to the hook?
I don't think randomly just clicking on the...
We're pretty...
We're going down, right?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
I do not.
Well, the point is, we're trying to get the season's Mount
Dance
Rushmore.
Dance is the #1 Fallout.
For music.
Yeah, conveniently.
Because there's an NFL player named Ron Springs.
Yeah.
I think he went to Ohio State, Plays for the Cowboys.
Well, that would be a different Mount Rushmore. But
Right.
there are 4 seasons.
That's why I said music.
Well, we were talking about Donna Summer.
You
That's where
said
this
the
started.
season's Mount Rushmore and made no... Never mind.
Donna Summer, right?
Yeah.
And then a chick provided Johnny Winter. I would go
And
with,
Edgar Winter.
Yeah,
or
both
Edgar.
of them.
I'd go with Edgar.
Are they brothers?
Yes. Sadly, Johnny's no longer with us. Edgar's going out with Ringo on
That's
the
right.
Ringo Star Tour. Edgar's
Yeah.
a brilliant musician.
Think they'll do Yellow Octopus in the submarine or something?
I'll let you know because I'll be there.
Ringo is a great American. Oh, wait a minute. He's from Liverpool.
all lived in
So we've got Donna Summer
Octopus's garden.
and Fall Out Boy, perfectly valid. Johnny or Edgar Winter and Bruce Springsteen. I think it's good.
Man,
I think I'm onto something over here. We all lived in an octopus's garden.
Help from my friends in Octopus's Garden.
Okay.
There is an octopus story today I've dug up if you'd like to write a song.
No, thanks.
Okay.
We have, there's no one named Fall that is really going to fit this description.
I think
gotta be a
Pat has
spring.
something.
Oh, I was just trying to say.
There was the great writer Bernard Fall, but he's dead also. So,
the artists.
Leo Fall, I don't know, that's the most famous person named Fall.
I hope that
There's a band... Oh, go ahead.
I
Chick.
hope that Bernard Fall, somewhere in his past, has some sort... He's the most successful white supremacist in the history.
No. He wrote about
You mentioned him.
He wrote about the Vietnam War. I'm sorry.
There is a band called From Fall to Spring. That covers both of them.
Look at that.
That doesn't count.
They are
no hits.
Described as newcomers from the southwest of Germany who have dedicated themselves
Great. This is America. This is the Mount Rushmore, okay?
How about Firefall?
They're played here.
Yeah, if
That's
you're
me
gonna
on.
use Springsteen.
It's me on flute. How about Firefall?
I think fall has to be the first word. Oh, wait a minute. Pat, do you have a song?
Song sucks. I'm listening to
Pat's
this.
not going to interrupt Firefall.
I'm enjoying Firefall.
Well, Firefall, of course, is one of the featured performers on the Light and Lame show.
Sure it is.
They usually play Firefall coming out of Mandatory Manilow.
Nobody likes this, huh? Why isn't Firefall the you are the
You are the woman that I've always dreamed of.
I knew it from my fart is what I say.
Oh, when you were a kid.
What I
From your
say.
fart is what you knew it from.
That song is no good.
Is that right?
Their best song is the Stephen Stills composition, She Was Just Walking. That's a great song.
No, it's all just pussy rock there.
She was just
Pussy
walking.
Rock, really.
Yeah.
Do you want to get invited to a Stephen Stills party? Is that what you want?
What are you doing today?
Probably the most underrated guitarist in the world.
No, he's rated right about where he should be.
The man's brilliant.
Was he in Crosby, Stills, and Nash?
He was the Stills.
That was his dad.
He's got a weird hairline. His hairline throws me off. He's hanging
Listen
on
to Buffalo Springfield to get back to me.
I love Buffalo Springfield.
That's probably because.
I mean, for what it's worth, I say that.
Oh,
nice.
And,
yes.
We should all go home.
Once again, not a joke.
Pat,
Really, just
really
a
was.
sentence. Just a sentence.
Chick's not wrong.
You're applauding sentences today.
Pat, did I hear a tinkle over there?
I was trying to sum up the morning so far. We were talking about Donna Summer, and I feel I'm fading fast. Then we grab a piece of news you think is gonna last. Then we talk about a diamond that fell into the can. Tom's playing Fall Out Boy, I can't understand. Did you reel in a shark? Dog in the park. Did he bite off all your toes? You don't need all 10 of them. So I summed up the whole morning.
There you go.
There it is, right there.
I want to say, for the 4 people that have been listening for the entire show, Pat, you nailed it.
Yep.
That had everything. Very good. Take the rest of the day off.
Thank you very much.
Don't tell him that. He will.
I will indeed.
Yeah, we got to pad it. Oh, thank God. That'll help.
Say hello.
Hello. Oh, hi, Bob and Tom
Hey,
Show.
Bob and Tom, it's Donnie, baby.
Oh, sorry, Donnie. Hey, how are you, Donnie?
I'm good, and I can solve this whole conundrum. Because do you know there's books down at the library that'll tell you everything you need to know about everything?
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, I usually go there just for free Wi-Fi, but the other day, 7 other perverts beat me to the library computer, so I had to wait around until one freed up.
Oh.
So I was bored, and while I was waiting, I picked up this book called P. Not like urine, Tom.
Okay.
It was just a letter.
Just
Letter P.
This whole book.
I open it up. It's got all these factoids about words that start with P, like peanuts, porcupines, platypuses.
Really?
And the fact remains, platypuses are a disappointment the first time you look one up.
Oh.
Spoiler alert, it ain't like downtown. There's no platter, and there sure as hell ain't no puss.
Okay.
It's got no fur on it, but it's a bigger letdown than learning about the life and times of Ray Guy or Al Cooper. I swear to God. So after I check out this book about pea stuff, I look at the book next to it, and it starts with the letter Q. Then I noticed they got a book for almost all the letters.
Wow.
It's like it was designed that way. And come to find out, they're called encyclopedias.
Oh.
I spent the next 6 hours just learning random factoids. Did you guys know flamingos bend at the ankle and not their knees?
Wow.
Yep. And sloths can hold their breath longer than dolphins, and they ain't even born with a blowhole.
Wow.
I did not know that.
And octopuses have 3 hearts and can give themselves a Heimlich. I swear to God.
Didn't know that either.
And did you know beef jerky was invented by Mexicans?
I didn't know that either. That's fascinating.
Anyways, my point is putting all this wisdom in one location just makes sense.
Sure.
It's probably going to knock Google off the map.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can't believe I didn't think of this before. No wonder why it's so hard to get a library card nowadays. I better run. It's field day at Whippy's school, and he keeps wanting to wear his co-ed naked volleyball shirt. I keep telling him Molly Hatchet's way cooler. I gotta go.
Thank you very much. Co-ed naked. I haven't seen that for a while.
Those were everywhere.
You've never seen that?
No.
Oh, but yeah, those are all over the place.
They were, remember the big Johnson T-shirts? They were similar to those.
And bum equipment.
Yeah.
I have a standing deal. If we're at a theme park and someone sees a bum equipment T-shirt, I give them $50.
Nice.
You haven't had to pay for a while.
Yeah.
I just saw one at Kings Island 3 years ago.
No.
Made my day.
3 years ago.
Yeah. Well, pre-COVID, maybe.
There's actually a co-ed naked volleyball tournament July 15th of this year.
That's odd.
But
Yeah.
it's not co-ed naked. It's just, that's the sponsor.
Those shirts would be like co-ed naked chess, and there would be some, they wouldn't always be
And then there's the coexist, co-ed naked.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
It's for lefties.
Lefties.
No, these people
Like
are
being
naked, chick. Huh? These people are naked.
It's not just lefties that want people to coexist.
Everyone plays naked except caps, visors, knee, and elbow pads are allowed.
Huh.
Yeah. It's at a nudist camp. Valley View Nudist Camp.
I prefer the word nudist colony.
Well, they call it a camp. I apologize, but that's what they're called.
Camp.
In Wisconsin.
You don't hear the word colony much, except for leper.
Jesus.
Leper colony, nudist colony. Just saying.
Are there any active leper colonies?
I'm sorry, where are we? We're talking about lepers?
Yeah, we
okay.
are, yeah.
All right.
I
So
would
you don't
say
hear the
no.
word colony all that much.
Yeah, Pat, you'd say no.
I'll tell you
There's
this.
nowhere right now where there you go. Well, you've got leprosy. We got to send you to the colony.
I know the band is playing, though.
What's the first thing to fall off? What's the first thing to fall off and the most thing to fall off if you're a leper?
I don't know. What is it?
Doesn't your skin just sort of slough?
Sorry, bro. Well, that actually leads to this news story.
About penis size?
No, the one about the one about taking body parts off, involving a surgeon. This is I don't see a problem with this.
Like a surgeon, an actual
There are a
Weird Al
couple of
song.
them. Really? A surgeon.
Cutting for the very first time.
Witty.
They're fun.
They are fun.
He makes a lot of people very happy.
I know.
A surgeon in Germany has been fired after it was revealed he got a hospital janitor to assist him in a surgical procedure.
Wow.
Norbert Pfeiffer. Norbert Pfeiffer, hospital chief at
Daggett and Norbert.
Mainz University Hospital, said the surgeon wrongly decided to go ahead with a toe amputation, even though no qualified assistant was available.
Doc, I said I had a headache.
The doctor asked a nearby janitor to hold the man's leg and pass surgical instruments.
You know, when he asked for the sponge, the guy had to wring it out.
Even though the patient did not encounter any complications, the doctor was fired.
Wow.
And the toe needed to be amputated.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's an emergency situation, you got to triage him. Did he have I'm sure he had the guy scrub up.
Well, sure.
He certainly had the soap.
Tom, remember when the Stooges would perform surgery and they would ask for tools that didn't exist? Hi, Mike Eisen. Hi, Mike Eisen. So good, Chick.
Wow.
There's a technical reason that they did this.
What?
You can't just ask any random member of the hospital staff to help you out because the patient might get a staph infection.
Oh, man. That is not what that...
Staff. Got a few meanings, you see.
That has different spellings.
Do you ignore those wet floor signs when you see them?
Piso mojados? No way, man. You gotta obey.
Why would you ignore them?
I don't know. I got to stop doing
You're going
that.
to slip and fall.
I know.
Yes.
I'm going to come in
You
here
don't
one day
want to
with a
do
broken
that.
arm.
Trust me.
You just ignore things?
Well, it's one of those things where you go to the mall, and they've only got like those two little bathrooms in that one part of the wing, and you've sort of the release has begun. You know what I'm saying? The launch codes have been dialed in. Get there.
What's your ratio of things you ignore on purpose and ignore accidentally?
Early in the morning, red lights. I ignore those for the most part.
On purpose.
You can't do that. You can't
Nobody
do
else
that.
out there. I look around.
No, there are other people out there. There's people out there.
I know. But you know what I'm saying. You're at the mall. You've got to go to the bathroom, and they've got those wet things. And
You don't walk slower?
Bathroom closed. I hold my arms out like I'm surfing. And
Okay.
make my way to the toilet. Just asking. I have
I
a technical question. I need help with something.
Yeah.
Because I'm a good dog owner. When I take the dogs out, I take those biodegradable poop bags.
Yes.
Right? And then I bring them back to my house.
Mm-hmm.
And I was putting them in a trash can in my garage, but they just stink too much now that it's getting warmer. So I put the trash can kind of semi-outside, and they still stink. So over the weekend, I had a brainstorm, and I went and I bought kitty litter.
Yeah.
So I throw the bags in the can and sprinkle kitty litter on top of them. Wasn't as effective as I thought it would be. Now, my question is, would charcoal work in there?
I'm lost.
What?
Okay.
What?
Many questions.
Are the bags tied off?
Yeah, the bags are tied off, Ace, but
Aren't the biodegradable, they're not necessarily, I didn't think you threw those away. I thought you threw them in the woods.
Yeah, but there's no woods where I live.
Oh.
I'm not going to heave them on my neighbor's nice fine-trimmed lawn.
You can send a message.
Why don't you buy just a special trash can that you keep outside just for that purpose, a small one?
I'm just saying, what to cut back on the odor.
So you're saying even though the trash can is closed,
right?
The garage smells like dog poop.
It did. I put it outside, yeah.
And what is the word? You said you put it semi-outside. What did you
do at the old house?
There's a fenced-off thing by the air conditioning unit.
Oh, I think that's a perfect place for the trash can.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if that air from the thing is going to get into my AC.
No.
This is a valid question.
I just realized there is no helping you.
No, there isn't.
No, there has to be some kind of, could I take charcoal?
Why?
The bag is closed. The lid's on the trash can.
Check.
And you can still smell it.
Oh, it stinks.
Yeah, just get a bunch of charcoal, I guess. Just do whatever you want
I'm
to do.
asking. Someone out there has a solution for this. Do I
Can
take
you
charcoal
the
and
trash
pound
bags with Febreze already on them?
Yeah.
Those things work pretty good.
This dog poop it's penetrating the Febreze stuff.
Why don't you feed your dog something else?
Well,
I feed them a nice high-quality dog food. I'm not going to...
Nothing we can do.
Get rid of the disposable bags then. Just get the regular bags that go in the landfill forever.
Okay, I'm sorry. If someone is going to help me with this, I would appreciate it. Thank you very much. In the meantime, this poor doctor got fired for helping out a guy.
In the meantime.
Cut off his toe when he needed to.
I wonder why. Doctor in trouble too. We'll come back with that story.
All right. Now, we also have coming up an interesting story about things you ignore in the world. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules, go to bobandtom.com/contest-rules. Or just scroll down to the bottom of the page and see contest rules. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Behind me is the infield of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I'm here to give you some of the fashion do's and don'ts of the biggest party at the race. Let's talk footwear on race day. You want to wear something comfortable, something you can walk in, something not too expensive. My choice, the Nike Air Monarchs. They're in your garage, next to the lawnmower. Your dad wears them. Don't wear this. This is a Croc. I don't care if it's in sport mode. The holes do give you hilarious tan lines, but you don't want to get any trough juice on your little toesies. If you run into a man wearing these, run away. Any man wearing weatherproof boots at the track has a mind for destruction. He washed his face in the trough this morning. He's been drinking Mountain Dew and moonshine since 6 a.m. If you bump into him, give him a go Colts and keep it moving. What to wear on race day. In the morning, it'll be a little colder. This is my favorite piece of clothing that I own. Indianapolis Motor Speedway. No big deal. Any shirt with the name of an alcohol and the word racing is one of the coolest things you can wear here. This one's sort of a deep cut. Rolling Stone shirt. The concert took place at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Colt skier will do, but I say go the extra mile. This is a Colt shirt with a St. Elmo shrimp cocktail. I'm not a big fan of wearing sports jerseys for a team that is out of season. Colts aren't playing, and the Pacers also aren't playing. Quick rule for basketball jerseys at the race. You want to wear your Larry Bird Indiana State jersey? Don't. You want to wear your Reggie Miller jersey? Don't. Rick Smits? Don't. Paul George? Don't think about it. George Hill? Not at all. It's too expensive, too cool, and it's going to get covered in Busch Light. You want to wear a Lance Stevenson jersey. Any Pacer that was here less than 3 years. Maybe a Danny Granger jersey. If you're wearing a basketball jersey, pop it off around lap 50. I hear you. Willie, I have a gut. If you're embarrassed about being fat, move to France. This is America and you're allowed to have a gut. You're saying, Willie, I got pimples on my back. I got stretch marks. This time of the year, that's your stars and stripes, my friend. Pop it off and let that flag fly. This is the coolest thing you can wear at the race, an actual Indy 500 shirt. Bonus points if you have an armpit hole or some sort of fraying around the neck. There is one more acceptable shirt to wear to the race. This is what a race fan looks like. Garfield's creator, Jim Davis, is from Indiana. The most famous person from Indiana. Suck it, Greg Kinnear. On race day, you're going to want a nice hat. You can go with an official Indianapolis Motor Speedway hat, or you can go with the cooler Indianapolis 500 hat that I got on 16th Street from a guy selling tacos. Anything with the word Indy on it. I'd recommend a Colts hat or a Pacers hat. The coolest hat you can wear on race day, however, is a Late Night with David Letterman hat. Of course, owner of the Letterman Ray Hall team. I do not want to see a Jay's Garage hat. I don't want to see anything Team Coco. If you have a Daily Show hat and it's spelled D-A-L-Y like Connor Daly, that could fly.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
A hotel guest awoke to a hotel manager sucking his toes during the middle of the night. What you failed to mention, it sounds like a more motel behavior.
A fine point, and yet correct.
Motel 10 toesies.
The band Weezer showed up and played for striking writers in Hollywood. What you failed to mention, the striker writers said, okay, enough already. We'll get back to work.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Thanks for listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. They both make a living in their bare feet. Catching one is like a treat. And they both hang out right there by the shell. They both walk slow at a simple pace, both afraid to show their face, but only one has a built-in place to hide. Turtles and whores, turtles and whores. I love them turtles and whores. They both advertise a little tail, move so much and never get mail. They both go by the same nickname, Snapper. Daddy never told about the birds and bees, but always talked about both these and made it clear only one was fit to eat. Turtles and whores.
Yeah.
Turtles and whores. I love them turtles and whores.
Turtle and whores.
Now, if you catch one, here's some advice. One is dirty and the other ain't nice. So be polite and always walk up from behind. Make small talk, never let them see fear. Don't work alone, just bait or beer. And when you're done, just drop them by the river. Turtles and whores.
Everybody.
Turtles and whores. I've caught both while fishing. I'm always on a mission. And they both hate the kitchen. Turtles and whores.
Bob and Tom.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
They put the F in professional.
Comedian Dwight Slade.
I think they're overdoing the IDing for liquor. We ID under 65. Bring your walker.
Yeah.
I got carded the other day, and it's like, look into my eyes. You ever seen a 21-year-old with this much hate and bitterness in their eyes?
Yeah.
Let's not count the birthdays. Let's count the dark angels. The people who think and cluck at the same time.
How does that work?
You ask them a question. You go, hey, are we doing dinner tomorrow? Dinner tomorrow. What are you, an aborigine? Answer the question. I want to go to dinner. You're hunting for Coke bottles. Let's go.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening.
Social media platforms.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chickster.
There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
There's Willie Griswold.
Yo.
I'm Chick McGee. And here's Tom Griswold.
Got an answer to my question. Thank you very much.
Many, many answers.
Many.
Yes.
Yeah, they're all good. Once again, the short version of my problem. In my new house, I walk my dogs in the neighborhood, and like a good dog owner, I pick up their poop in those biodegradable bags.
Yeah.
Bring them back to my house, and I was putting them in a garbage can, and my garage started to smell terrible. So now I've moved the garbage can up by the air conditioner, and I'm concerned that the air conditioning is going to be sucking in all the poop aroma.
Are you sure that's not just a binder of old jokes laying in the corner?
It was very funny. Thank you.
Making the garage stink like. Okay, never mind.
So I bought some kitty litter that I was sprinkling on top of them, and that didn't. Someone said hey, Tom, you undereducated Ivy League asshat.
Oh.
Get a diaper can.
Oh.
And then someone said it's called a diaper genie.
Sure.
Yeah.
What is that?
You never had a diaper genie with all the kids you
I
had?
know. You think with all the kids I'd have.
You know what it kind of looks like? One of those cigarette butt disposal things.
Oh, yeah.
Outside of a place. And it's got a hole.
Right.
And you just stuff your diapers down
And then
into
you
it.
twist it, and it
Right.
seals it off into a
okay.
into
Very
a
effective.
deodorized piece of plastic.
I see.
When you pull that bag out, though, it's about 220 pounds.
And it looks like a bunch of big sausages all linked together.
Wow.
I can't believe you never had
And they have something made for dogs. It's the dog poop septic system.
Really?
The Paw Pail dog poop trash can for outdoor use. 200 poop bags. Carbon air filter, dual vent technology. It's got everything.
No, this is what I need.
That's exactly
Does
what
it
you
plug
need.
into something that'll make it even?
I don't
like
think
a
it
light?
plugs into anything, but
Okay. Then someone says throw in dryer sheets, and someone says douse it with baby powder. These are great suggestions. Thank you very much.
When you take the dogs out in the morning, does someone know you're out on the street?
Yeah, I wear a. I have this great thing.
Because as sure as I'm sitting here, you're going to fall over
Yeah.
or something, and you're going to be out there.
You got to let people know, like if you go spelunking.
You got to know.
I wear a light on my
That
cap.
doesn't help.
Yeah, and
people can see me.
At that time of morning, there's crazy people driving on the streets, not following stop signs or stoplights. They're just driving around.
Yeah, there's a guy today walking down this hill
Yeah,
by
but
us.
I live on a dead end.
And he had one of those little lights on the top of his head, which is great if you're coming toward him, but I was coming behind
There's
him.
no cars on my street except there's a cop that's there most of the time, so and he knows me, so we're cool.
Of course.
We're cool.
Yeah, you're cool with the cops.
PJ is his name.
What's his name?
PJ, just like my other good friend. You know, I have 3 friends in the world. I got PJ and Mark.
Who's your third?
Haywood.
Oh.
That's it.
I wouldn't tell people.
And that's pending, isn't it?
That's just a Mount
Are
Rushmore.
you ever going to take
weirdos.
that frozen chicken out of the freezer that he gave
We're
you?
making it this week.
Oh, is that going to be our beer can chicken?
Yeah, Haywood brought me a
cool.
chicken, and we're making it. But yeah, thanks for those tips. I appreciate it. I was, I don't. There's a lot of stuff I don't know, in fact, which is almost everything, and that was one of those things.
I got my cat something new.
What'd you get her?
A little water fountain.
Oh.
I found out that
Okay, Christy, news?
cats like fresh water, apparently.
Yeah.
I was wondering why she didn't drink out of the bowl a lot. I always thought, you need to be drinking more
Well,
water.
where's she getting water from?
For the bowl already, but I was like, I don't think she's drinking as much water as she should. And now I got her this bubbling little water fountain thing where it takes the water and it...
Yeah.
Among the many objections I have
to cats,
owning cats, a friend of mine had a cat that was, for lack of just nervous and not traumatized, but close. And they had to get this cat a water feature for her food station so the water would be moving all the time, and they said that would calm the cat.
Oh, that's nice.
And the bubbling water evidently did do the trick and calm the cat.
Yeah, my cat loves it. Sips out of it a lot.
Wait, so does your cat step on something and it activates the water?
No, it's constantly running. Yeah.
Huh.
So it's plugged
So it
into the
sounds
wall.
like one of my toilets.
Oh, well, that's no good. Yeah.
You have a brand new toilet that's running all the time?
I vowed when I built this house I was going to talk to a plumber and say, what's the toilet you fix the least? But I got those ones that have the double thing. One side's for serious business, the other side, So now,
by the way, Tom,
designed to save water. The fact that it runs constantly, I think it's losing more water.
Tom, would you care to go over your 3 friends again, if you would?
Yeah, I'd like to hear
You got
that
your
too.
Haywood, you got your Mark.
You got PJ.
PJ.
Godwin said he would like to hear that again.
Would you?
What a list, huh?
Pat, you didn't make a list.
I can't think of a more comprehensive list.
I got 4. Thanks. Hey, Pat, I got a nice letter about you.
Not even an honorable mention.
It said, my friend spent a wonderful Saturday night with Pat Godwin over the weekend.
All right.
Did some great comedy.
Oh, where'd they go see?
And the letter ends, this is from Mary. The letter ends with, Pat's son Jimmy did a great duet with Pat.
Cool.
Yeah,
I did a little
nice.
blues thing with
How
me.
old's Jimmy now?
12.
Okay, I should know that. You're my friend.
Didn't make the list.
I took Jimmy I took you and Jimmy to lunch not too long ago.
That's nice. 4 years ago.
Did you have lobster?
Okay, seriously, how long ago was it, Pat?
That was a year ago.
No, it wasn't. It was like 4 weeks ago.
What?
We went to the
MCL. Yeah, that was
that counts. It was delicious food.
at least 5 months ago.
It was not 5 months ago.
All right.
It was when the
Agree
girls
to
brought it-
disagree?
It was when the girls were out of town for spring break. It's unbelievable.
Well, and that's when you're allowed to hang out with him, so you can't.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to hang out with one of my 4 friends.
Damn kid broke my lamp.
Which one?
The Mount Rushmore of my friends.
Which one are you allowed to hang out with?
Doesn't matter. As long as it's one of the 4. Let's go. Christy, what have you got?
In the car. Back it up, everybody.
Yeah.
Let's go.
The State Medical Board of Ohio is reconsidering the license of a plastic surgeon who live streamed and took viewer questions during surgical operations. USA Today reports Dr. Catherine Roxanne Graw,
Catherine, that's a weird name for a guy. He's the doctor.
known to her thousands of social media followers as Dr. Roxy, has not been allowed to practice medicine since last fall. In November, the medical board voted to suspend her license after clear and convincing evidence arose that her continued practice presented, quote, a danger of immediate and serious harm to the public.
Because she's a woman or because she was doing this phone thing?
Josh.
This week, she has been fighting in hearings to keep state regulators from revoking her credentials. Raw also is being sued by at least 4 women who say they faced complications after their surgeries. Ooh. Wonder if you have to sign a... Did she have to have the patient sign some kind of
waiver to be broadcast? Probably. But just the name Dr. Roxy sounds more like a stripper than a...
It does, yeah.
She may be a fine surgeon. I'm not trying to say anything disparaging. It just seems like, wouldn't you go with a name that's a little bit more professional sounding?
I think you should go with the name nurse.
Thank you, Josh. Continuing the sexist behavior that is the kind of thing.
You're having so much fun while you do it.
I just can't wait for the day you're in the hospital.
Yeah.
One of our very fine medical people that listens to the show. Oh, it's Josh Arnold. No. Hey, give me the larger one.
Hey, you remember those jokes you made about female doctors? No, I don't. I do. She pulls out a hacksaw. And all I see is her lifting a hacksaw as I drift into my twilight sleep.
She's just taking a syringe filled with air and putting it to your IV like she's Damien in The Omen.
Yeah. Here you go, funny man.
All my favorite doctors have been female. I don't know what it is. I think I just would rather
have a female doctor?
Yeah.
My favorite doctor is Dr. Love from that Kiss song.
What about Dr. Feelgood from that Motley Crue song?
Yeah, see, there's several great doctors from rock and roll.
There's a topic. Your favorite rock and roll song with the word doctor in it.
I don't think that was a quick throwaway joke.
Doctor, give me the news.
Doctor, my eyes.
Doctor, oh wow, that's great. The rock and roll doctor, Little Feat. You've got Got Me a Lady Doctor by Graham Parker. My favorite.
Once
Okay,
again,
you just named 2 songs no one's heard of.
Yep.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
The expert in obscure history is
I think Witch Doctor is my favorite. I told the Witch Doctor.
That's a good one.
Rather hear that than Dr. Feelgood, I'll tell you that.
Hey,
what about Dr. Doctor by UFO?
Yeah.
That's no good either.
Who's the one about Give Me the News? I got a bad case of
Robert Palmer?
The Moon Martin song?
I think Robert Palmer did a hit of that.
Oh, that's right. It was actually a Moon Martin.
Sorry, I forgot that he did it.
He was leaning up against a tombstone.
Oh, my God, I've awakened the prick.
Yes. And another thing.
So I have a question about this doctor.
Graham Parker's amazing. Yeah.
He's great.
Yes.
So this doctor's doing the
Stephen
surgery live.
Stills.
You said she was taking questions from those watching the feed?
Yep.
I bet she can do that. I don't see why this is that big of an issue. She's probably talented enough to where she could do it.
Yeah, I mean, aren't there surgeons who do things with the surgical theater and they
exactly? What's the difference?
They probably have to go through channels, and that doesn't sound like
wait
she did that here.
Yeah, you're right, because didn't the women say there are 4 women who are like, yeah, we're
yeah.
I mean, if it was something like, okay, if we get another 400 likes, I'm going to make the left boob bigger. It's Dr. John.
This begins and ends with Dr. John, period. End of story.
But we were talking songs with the word
don't care, Dr. John. That's it.
Oh, where does Dr. Hook come in?
Talk about Dr. Hook, Tom, how great they are.
Or Dr. Teeth. Remember Dr. Teeth?
Nope.
No. The Muppets.
The Electric Mayhem?
Yeah, the Electric Mayhem. He's he's clearly based after Dr. John, isn't
Dr.
he?
John.
It is what it is. What did he say? Everything is everything?
Actually, Peter Frampton, in his he reads his book, and he does the Dr. John voice the same way I do the Dr. John voice. Everything's everything.
Does Frampton read his book in that fake British accent?
Yeah.
Why does he do that? We all know he's from Nolans.
How did you pronounce that?
Nolans. As Frampton would.
Are you eating something? No. Okay, this show's off the rails. When we come back, we'll find out more about. We have an interesting article about someone tried. Is the word amalgamate or whatever? They took all these studies about the size of the human male member, trying to come to a conclusion. And we'll find out what they concluded.
Okay.
Okay, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. The show is also out there for you on our YouTube channel. Watch and subscribe.
So, summer always makes me think of my mom.
Mm-hmm.
My mom was making breakfast. You know, she could make waffles using nothing but a pancake and a hiking boot.
Nothing like the Vibram waffle.
Really?
I agree.
Boom! You want waffles? There you go. Boom! There you go. How's it start? Oh, yeah. Sneezing from the pollen. The chain caught my shoestring, hit the center bar on my bicycle, and almost lost my bearings. I love summer. Good old summertime. I got sunburned on the soles of my feet. A lot of sand where the sun don't shine. Sunburned at the beach, in pain the whole darn night. So much skin peeled off my back, you could make a set of Samsonite. I love summer. Good old summertime. I got sand burned on the soles of my feet. A lot of sun where the sand don't shine. Putting on a cold, wet bathing suit. Mosquitoes and bees and tetanus shots in the derriere. Something's crawling in the foot of my sleeping bag, and flaming marshmallows in my hair. Drop and roll. Caught a baseball with my face. Potato salad in the sun. Salmonella steps up to the plate. Listeria gets the run. Oh, I love summer. Good old summertime. I got foot sand on the sole of my burn. A lot of feet where the sand don't shine. I got shine soot on the sole of my feet. Oh, shine something soot. Else.
Yeah.
Ah, thank you. Beautiful.
Haywood Banks.
Star Wars Galactica Star Cruiser Hotel is making its last voyage at the end of September. The hotel in Florida opened in March of 2022 and lets guests create and live out Star Wars immersive adventures. It costs nearly $5,000 per couple for a 2-night stay. The company reports its premium boutique experience gave it the chance to try new things on a smaller scale, and they'll take what they've learned to create future experiences that can reach more of our guests and fans. $5,000. That is a galaxy far, far away. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hey man, it's Donnie Baker. And the fact remains there's nothing better than being a VIP. And I don't mean like us dudes on Pervert Rabbit Xanadu's. I'm talking about a Bob and Tom VIP. Best thing, you'll never miss another minute of the show. I swear to God, you can hear the show here in the morning, and then cause you're a Bob and Tom VIP, you'll get the podcast of the entire show, a 12-month library of podcasts, hundreds of Bob and Tom comedy tapes, and a 60-day video archive of the show. Bob and Tom VIP. You have to get it. It's state law.
Hi, man, this is Donnie Baker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Good morning to you. If sports is your thing, then you need to order Magic Johnson Sportscasting my way. You'll learn to butcher grammar like it's a dead cow.
Sometimes Charles do things and he does them for himself. See, what the fans should understand here is that Phoenix don't like to really set up half court.
Magic's Insights will teach you how to lose your train of thought in the middle of a sentence.
You know, he's amazing. Every time he does something crazy or something.
Nobody can abruptly switch to a completely different thought like the Magic Man.
He's one of the best. If he get his feet set, hey, look out. And then also, he's having a good game. He had a good first game.
Contradictory thoughts in the same sentence? Like magic.
Kevin stumbled because his leg gave out on him in a sense. And so it's not 100% that leg, but he's doing, he's playing really well. He's not like he's favoring it at all.
Magic. Wrangler.
Dan Marley is continually to help offer Byron Scott.
To get Magic Johnson Sportscasting my way, call 1-800.
Oh, get it out of here.
Hello, this is comedian John Evans, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Also with us, Christine Stedman. Now, you're a mom?
Well, a mom and a grandma. I think you know that.
I know.
I'm a grandpa.
This is how this
Are
works.
you?
Yep.
She's been married 27 years and still a virgin, Tom.
Yes.
28,
Well, you know, I
28.
have a lot of grandkids. My daughter keeps having babies, has one almost every year.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, she called me the other day. She goes, Mom, guess what? I'm pregnant again. There must be something in the air. I'm like, yeah, your legs.
But seriously.
Hello?
Bang!
Hello? Zing! I'm getting her fixed.
Like, you can't get a regular cheeseburger in L.A. Like, if you get a cheeseburger at a restaurant in L.A., it's always a burger that was happily raised by the owner's barber, Jeff, spelled Geof.
Of course, yeah.
I just want a cheeseburger. I want a burger made from a cow that was born and raised to be a burger. All right? I don't want a burger with dreams or hope. I want a burger that knew the deal. And I want a cheese that is 40% plastic. All right? I want a cheese that when I poop it out, I poop out a keychain.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
If you want to turn your daddy parts orange, eat some Cheetos and watch some porn.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show at the news desk. It's Christy Lee.
You sound defeated.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi, Chick.
There's Ace Cosby.
I'm going to cheer you up.
There's Willie Griswold.
More, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and now here's Tom.
Ace offered to cheer you up.
Uh-huh.
I think that's perfectly possible.
This ain't gonna do it.
Here he is with his joke of the day.
Hey, Chick.
Uh-huh.
You know where milkshakes come from?
Where do milkshakes come from, Ace?
Nervous cows.
Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
Speaking of nervous cows, the cows where Omaha Steaks come from should be nervous.
No, not the bulls.
Go to omahasteaks.com, use code BTS at checkout, get $30 off an unforgettable gift that is guaranteed to make your dad's day. That's right, Father's Day coming up. Omaha Steaks, because if there's one thing we know, it's that dads want steak. Thank you, Omaha Steaks. Thank you, Ace.
That was very nice, Ace. Thank you very much. And then why were we trying to decide the best songs about doctors? What was
Because we had a doctor story. We were just talking about doctors. We had a couple in the news. We had a surgeon that was fired for having the janitor help with a amputation. And then we had the plastic surgeon who was live streaming her surgeries and taking questions during it. Online.
And your best song about doctors, Chick McGee, is which one?
I probably don't. I just anything by Dr. John. I think it's fun.
It's a separate category.
Yeah, I agree.
Artist with doctor in their title.
I think it begins and ends
with Dr. John.
No, it begins and ends with this one. Steve Marriott, please. Mr. Marriott.
Oh, well, this is amazing. This, yeah.
Oh,
We go
God.
home on Monday.
Are you going to let it go?
Of course.
You got to.
We talked to Peter Frampton about this. Every time we talk to him, I have to mention this song. Oh, sorry.
Did Frampton do a live album?
This is live at the Fillmore with Humble Pie, Josh. Bask in your ignorance over there.
What's the song?
It's the Ray Charles classic, I Don't Need No Doctor.
Do you know Ashford and Simpson wrote this? I had no idea. Nick Ashford and Al Simpson.
It's a great song. Ever seen Peter's? He said he's going to do this one live.
Well, I will see it then in June.
Oh, what a great song.
Not a very good recording.
Oh, God.
Never heard it before.
He said in the book he just started doing the na-na-na, and Marriott was back by the soundboard.
And he came running down. Keep doing that.
Keep playing that. And then, it was pretty good.
Allegedly, that is the story.
That's the story from the man who was there, Josh.
What about you in your brain thought, hey, that requires a follow-up. Let me add this.
Go on.
You know, just sort of
defend yourself.
Being silly. You know?
Okay. Let's just move forward here. Chris,
We're not done with medical news.
But first of all, you are going to see Mr. Frampton.
I am.
And Peter Frampton is, this may be the last go-round for Pete.
Maybe.
He's the best. Be sure to go see him if you have any chance to.
Pete says never say never, though, so
Good.
You never know. Urologists trying to study the importance of penis size found that there is not enough evidence to draw any definite conclusions.
No, there's not enough evidence when they examined certain people.
Researchers tried to compile a comprehensive overview of the existing evidence on the association between men's penis size and their partner's sexual satisfaction. Some studies suggest that penis size is not a significant factor in women's sexual satisfaction, while others found that women preferred greater width over length.
Yeah, this all depends on the lady, right?
Exactly. Another study found that women preferred a larger penis size, particularly in terms of girth, for one-night stands compared to long-term partners. And the preference for a larger penis was only slightly greater than the average one.
Gotcha. So some women want the big D if it's just a one-nighter.
If they're drunk.
Well, I don't know if that's... You can have a one-night stand and not be hammered.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, the book, Sober One-Night Stands. I bet that's pretty deep.
It's a thin pamphlet.
It's a pamphlet.
Guys.
I don't understand. Two grown people?
Survey data also showed that while a significant percentage of men desired a larger penis, the majority of women were content with their partner's size.
Did you see that on Family Feud that one night?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, survey says. Very confusing for some of the people.
Women with more sexual experience tended to rate penis size as more important in terms of length and girth.
Well, that's because their V's have been stretched out.
That's because
he's not going to stop.
They've seen more than one.
Stop what? Being part of the show?
He's not going to stop. He's still talking. He's talking again. He's trying to save it. It's sad, really.
Are you guys going to fight?
How's it feel?
No. There's no.
So the conclusion of this is there's no conclusion.
Right.
Okay.
Stupid. Why'd we do it?
I mean, are they interviewing guys and going, well, Josh, it's nice to see you here at the Penile Institute. Now, I notice your name is Josh, but you circled Tom Thumb as a nickname.
So
you're insinuating.
You're saying that on the form they have certain. You didn't go with Shorty or Stubby. You went with Tom Thumb. Now,
several categories. Okay. Well,
Tom Thumb.
Remember him?
Well, sure.
Little feller.
Little feller.
Barnum, was that his invention?
Senators in Minnesota passed a bill that would allow recreational marijuana in the state.
Cool.
That measure was already approved by the House, now goes to Governor Tim Walz, who has pledged to sign it into law. That would make Minnesota the 23rd state to legalize recreational cannabis use for adults. Under the measure, it would become legal by August 1st to possess, use, and grow marijuana at home. Retail sales at dispensaries, though, would probably be at least a year away. And it does include a 10% tax on cannabis products on top of existing sales tax, and limits possession of cannabis flower to 2 pounds at home, 2 ounces in public.
2 pounds?
Yeah.
Flour.
Of the flower.
I thought it meant 2 pounds of pot or whatever you
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. That's
no, in this case, it said 2 pounds of
flour of the cannabis
Flower's
flower.
pot, yeah.
Well,
That's
it's
a
not
lot.
all. It's not just pot, is it?
Pot. When you're buying pot at the dispensary, you can get an edible, or you can get a hash oil, or like a wax, or you can get flour, and that's like what you would buy in a bag. That's the pot you're used to seeing around.
That's what they call that?
They call it flour. Yes.
Oh,
sir.
I was picturing baking. Like
That's what I was doing.
The baking flour that you. So if you make pot brownies.
It's flour, FLOWER, flour.
How about that?
Yeah.
It's the buds.
Well, thank you for teaching me.
You're welcome.
So that's a lot. 2 pounds is a lot.
Yeah.
And this is interesting. Minnesotans who have been convicted of misdemeanor or petty misdemeanor possession would get their records automatically expunged.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. There's a recording of the governor signing this.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Governor Walsh.
All right. That required us to somehow remember what the governor's name was.
Yep. Governor Waltz.
Granted, this is a very famous waltz.
You're laughing over there like you just watched Richard Pryor.
Can you imagine if this guy insisted whenever he enters a room, they play the song Blue Danube?
That's pretty funny.
Sorry, I'm tearing
Inside
up.
joke.
Yeah, you are.
Boy. I have a question. How come it takes these states, they legalize it? This article I'm reading says it's a year and a half before they're going to have the stores up and running.
Sure.
It also says that 10% apparently is perhaps the lowest tax on marijuana of any of the other 23 states or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
So, interesting that they're doing it in Minnesota, where it'll be handy because it's so cold up there.
It'd be cool. Remember where you parked at the Mall of America? Otherwise, you'd be walking around all day trying to find that thing.
I dare not go there.
That's still a thing, right? All of America?
Yeah, it's awesome. It was just there.
Doesn't Golden Gopher sound like a strain of reefer?
Yeah, there's Golden Goat is a strain of weed.
Golden Gopher, you see, Christian.
Yeah, the Minnesota Gophers.
Thank you very
much.
Oh, you going to see the Gophers? Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably do a lot of Prince-based puns. The purple this and purple that.
Purple haze, of course.
Okay. Isn't that purple haze, isn't that LSD?
I don't know. I'm not.
What?
Isn't that a Jimi Hendrix song?
There's a strain of weed named after the Hendrix song, but I think the song might have been about LSD. I'm not sure, though.
All right. I don't know.
Alrighty. Okay. Well, there you go. To Minnesotans, you got your legal weed. Now, give me the teaser, Christy.
We have another TikTok trend. We have in Austria, they've put up a fence to stop people from taking selfies. Problem with Big Ben.
You know, if I was in Austria, I would be careful about how many laws I would make her. I'd just be Mr. Happy all the time. I wouldn't want to cause any
Go
trouble.
skiing a lot.
Yeah, just enjoy the
places to ski. Right now, the Bob and Tom Show is brought to you by our friends at BetterHelp. The way things have been going the last few years, I think everybody's a little bit on edge. And one of the ways to help yourself is to get some therapy. And BetterHelp has been hooking people up for a while now. And the way it works is BetterHelp will hook you up with a therapist, and it's all done online, by which I mean the therapy itself is done online. So if you're thinking about therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule because, again, it's entirely done online. You'll fill out a brief questionnaire. You'll get matched with a licensed therapist, and by the way, you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Get all the information by going to BetterHelp.com/BT show. Do it today. They'll knock 10% off your first month. BetterHelp, HELP, BetterHelp.com/BT show. Therapy can give you the tools to get some more balance in your life. Once again, the Bob and Tom Show is brought to you by BetterHelp. BetterHelp.com/BT show. Also coming up, a really interesting thing about something that we probably all do that involves ignoring things. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
Really? No, seriously. Really?
Bob.
Indianapolis, believe it or not, at one point was the biggest manufacturer, housed the most car manufacturers anywhere. This was before Detroit took over. And Detroit ended up taking over because they were right on the Lake Michigan, and it was easier to get ore and steel and everything, the raw materials. For some reason, this was where cars manufacturers were. Well, they wanted a test facility. Carl Fisher who owned Prestolite. And Prestolite was a big factory, and they made a bunch of different stuff, but one of them, they made headlights for automobiles, was his big deal. He ended up going on to develop Miami. He turned Miami into a vacation place, but he was one of the 4 founders. And they go, we need a place. Well, Speedway at that time, that was out in the country. And so they bought this property. How big are we going to make the track? And they're kicking it around. And they made the track 2.5 miles because that's what fit in the property they had bought. That's how that became, the property they had, it became 2.5 miles. And it was a test track. And they just started promoting it as the biggest and the best and the da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But that's where the Indianapolis 500 is where a lot of innovation took place for years, like brakes and shocks and tires and safety. The Indianapolis Motor Speedway and the Indy Car Series have pioneered safety in automobiles. So how did it become the biggest and the best? I mean, just the daringness of the drivers, the innovation that took place, and again, the purses were always the biggest, and it was just where everybody from all over the world wanted to come. I never forget one time we were doing a show. We were doing the Bob and Tom show. I was on it there on Carb Morning, and they were live in the infield. Townsend Bell, I had gotten Townsend Bell when he was still driving to be on the show. So at that morning, I was Tom, Christie, Townsend Bell. Pat McAfee was sitting here, then Bob, and Chick McGee. Okay. And so we're talking back and forth. And at one point, Tom looks at Townsend Bell and he goes, so Townsend, who do you think is going to win the Indianapolis 500 this year? And Townsend Bell looks right at Pat McAfee. He goes, Pat, you're a professional athlete. Do you ever get used to the media asking you stupid questions? Bob and Chick hit their feet. They were applauding, standing ovation. Oh my gosh! One of the biggest laughs. It was just phenomenal.
Knowing this format is the industry standard to this day, we here at the Institute theorize there must be a 05TE01. After years of research and investigation, we have uncovered the following audio cylinder. This is the very first ever recording by Mr. Thomas Edison.
Okay. The first words I spoke in the original phonograph. Here we go. What's up?
This has been a Bob and Tom Audio Institute exclusive. Thank you for joining us.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You just ruined it.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
Slighted this morning when Tom rattled off his top 3 friends, and Pat did not make the cut. There's Josh Arnold. Chickster. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Morning.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
I think maybe he thinks of you as a dependent, not as a friend.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's my friend.
Employee.
Can't even remember. I took him and his son to lunch 3 weeks ago.
I was just having fun.
We're all your friends, Tom.
Oh, thank you. Chick, how many friends do you think you have?
Me?
Yeah.
How many friends?
Yeah.
Not very many.
Like 2, 3.
Those are, they say that, though, as you get older, your friends become more
Fewer?
important to you, but they do become fewer, yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's because they start dying off.
All right.
Sorry, the truth hurts.
I didn't mean that much older.
Oh, well, that's, I think that people delude themselves when they have so-called friends on Facebook and that sort of thing. I have 300 friends. They're not going to even show up at your funeral.
No.
So, I'm
But
sorry.
they'll comment.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
that's nice.
Yeah, like
That's-
you'll be able to read
That's
it.
certainly nice.
Perhaps they'll like your funeral.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah. Thumbs up. Have they made an adjustment for that, by the way?
What do you mean?
Is there a way to...
There is different reactions
Yes.
now.
I thought they
Yes.
already did
They
that.
have like a care. They have a cry. Yeah.
Heartfelt. I'm sorry. We were...
Well, it's not when you were a child, like your mother would get out the writing utensils and the urn of ink that she would keep
I'm going to catch up on my correspondence.
and compose letters and then send them to her, her secretary.
Care. Got a nice letter here for someone that is not... that is in great shape now. I'm real pleased. This comes to us from JP. His dad is doing his final week of some serious therapy involving an illness, and I want to wish him the best this week. He's doing great, but he wants to hear one of his favorite pieces from our show.
All right, glad he's doing better.
And I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy to do this. This is one of my favorites too. It's well, you'll see. It's from our Canadian friend,
comedian Jeff Rothpan, here in the studio with us.
Morning, Jeff.
Tonight's show veteran.
Thank you.
Let's go back. We like to find out about you as a little boy up there in Canada. Well, how'd that go?
Well, it was all right. We didn't have a lot of money growing up. You know, every comedian says that, but I really mean it. I remember one time, this is absolutely true. When I was a kid, all these other kids got to go to the Barnum and Bailey Circus, and I remember begging my dad, please, I want to go. All the other kids are going. He said, no, we just can't afford it. Tickets are expensive. He ended up taking us to this Bob Circus. It was actually called, no, this is true.
Bob Circus.
Yeah, and it was in a mall parking lot. And what a difference when you go to a cheap circus. They had things like, I remember the guy yelling, and now huge midgets. What the hell is that?
They stand 5'10".
That's right. They're range from 5'8" to 6'2". The world's largest midgets. Well, look at them. Look at the size of these guys. Bunch of guys walking around.
That is a cheap circus. I'm telling you.
It was the worst. Wow.
That was
one
Bob.
after another.
Bob Circus.
It was Bob.
Coming to a parking lot near
that's
you.
right.
I like it.
Oh yeah. There was just one after another. The bearded man. What the hell is that? It was like they were just making it up on the spot. And we all just sat there stunned. You know, we couldn't believe it. They had. I think they actually had the talking mute. Hi. Damn. What the hell is this?
How does he do it?
He's amazing. He's a mute, yet he speaks. Dad, we go home. My dad made us sit through the whole thing. It was the worst circus. We had to sit there. My dad said, "I'd pay for this. You're going to sit through the circus and watch." And I think they had what else? Oh, they had the world's first stripeless zebra. It's a stinking horse, Dad.
Jeff Rothpan, by special request, I'm glad JP's dad is doing great, and that's a Classic piece from Jeff. I just love that. Huge midgets. We have Christy Lee. She's
I'm short of stature. Go ahead, say it. I'm a huge midget.
I was going to say huge. I was going to say huge talent. I don't know where she. I don't know how that happened. How did I get thrown under the bus, Josh?
I don't know.
It happens to you all the time. Who does that to you?
Who throws me under the bus? Usually me. I'm good at throwing myself under a bus.
Oh, nice. What do we got, Chris?
Scissors were found being smuggled into an Indiana jail recently. As a normal part of entering the LaPorte County Jail, an arrestee must undergo a body scan. An officer reviewing the scan noticed a foreign object inside the anal cavity of the arrestee.
Gosh.
No. Yeah, scissors in the butt, kids. The man was moved for an additional search, during which time the scissors were discovered.
Oh, boy.
Even weirder, they were those crafting scissors they give you so you can make the sun rays when you're a little kid putting together art projects. How odd.
That is odd.
Seems
Why do they
impractical.
need scissors in prison?
I bet they weren't the Cutcos.
Oh, God, no.
Those Cutco scissors.
They would have cut right
This
through his
person would be
anus.
dead, yeah.
Oh, yeah. He would have lacerated everything back there.
Cut through a shoe.
I'm with you, though. Why do you need scissors in jail?
I don't know.
I mean, it's a blade, right?
Or arts and crafts and stuff.
I mean, there's plenty of scissoring in a female jail.
Good point.
When they press their vaginas together.
Oh, my God.
We understand. Thank you.
For those who didn't.
It's just clarifying.
I mean, if they just wanted a blade, wouldn't it be easier just to smuggle a...
Razor blade?
Or I don't know.
Ouch.
Maybe at a case.
A safety razor.
This is an interesting survey. Are we done with the scissors?
I'm trying to get this. I can't understand why you would want to have scissors in jail.
I don't know.
Maybe when the blades are pressed together, it's less likely that something bad could happen. I've never shoved scissors anywhere, so I don't really know a lot about it, but...
Does the guy want to give haircuts to his cellmate?
That's not a bad sign.
Maybe they're just having arts and crafts.
Paper dolls?
It could be as simple as that.
Maybe they're making paper dolls.
It could also be as simple as the man wanted a weapon of some kind. And
Well, there's that, yeah.
And it's kind of like two weapons because you can separate it, and then you got one over here and one over here.
You can cut those snowflakes?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Paper dolls. Did you ever make paper dolls, Christy?
I sure did.
Boy, that must have been
boring. Yeah.
Just depression era fun for all.
If you're making paper dolls in prison, that's probably between very unpleasant, non-consensual sessions with your roommate. Sorry.
A new survey out there reveals nearly half of adults admit to pretending not to see messes to avoid cleaning them up.
Really?
Yes.
I think this has implications far beyond messes.
You mean you think people don't want to see things, so they just ignore?
Yup. Like everything.
The poll said that many will let areas of their home go neglected because they are hard to reach, 44%, difficult to clean, 39%, or they just simply don't have time to clean, 38%. 49% of those polled admitted to always or often pretending to not see a mess, so someone else will clean it up.
I mean, okay, let me give
I've done that. Have you done that?
You ever do this one where you open the refrigerator and you see that Chinese food from last week is still in there? You close the refrigerator.
No, somebody else will throw it out.
Someone else will throw it away.
I live alone, but the only time I do that is when I want it to stay cold before I throw it in the trash.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
And sometimes I put it in the freezer so that it's frozen, and then I can throw it out the night before, and then it won't mess the trash cans up.
Yeah.
Well, this is a smell issue again.
Yeah.
And you have leftovers.
Oh my God.
You know, sometimes
the joke that keeps on giving.
You just set yourself right up, didn't you?
Yeah, I think Pat came up with that originally, right? Leftovers, the whole concept.
It could be. Thank you, Pat. But I think this is really interesting about pretending to avoid things that, I didn't see that.
Here's an interesting thing that came out of this study that a third of respondents said they are more likely to deep clean only before hosting guests. I had a husband that I would just say we're going to have a party, just so he'd clean and then go, I don't have time to do a party now. But he would only do a cleaning if we were having a party.
It's that kind of dishonesty that can
could have been worse
in a home of love.
Yeah.
It could have been worse. I only bathe my genitalia when we're having company.
Oh, my gosh. 22% said they'll do a serious cleaning seasonally, and 21% said they clean their floors every day.
Every day?
Do you clean your floors every day?
That seems obsessive.
Yeah.
You'd think that person would just be one of those shoes off in the house people.
Right.
Instead.
I do a quick vacuum of the dining area after we eat.
Every day.
More or less, yeah. Just a
Well,
quick.
you have small children that probably drop things on the floor.
None of us can
but-
imagine. Well, maybe Willie can. But I'm sure it's everything you can imagine.
Don't you have
living
dogs?
with Tom. It's
Don't the dogs take care of
Gotta be amazing.
Oh, well, this guy, 20 years ago, totally different guy over here.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Oh.
It's the experiences that he talks about nowadays. I'm going, I have no idea who this person
A
is.
good point. I acknowledge that. But so
He hugs his current children.
Says he loves them.
He used to be friends with Pat back then.
Well, that's still that's bumming me out.
I know it will. Yeah.
You have a song about it?
Well, I shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Every day I sing Tom's silly tunes. You know he can count on me. I lend him my ear when a problem appears. I'm the godfather of Willie G.
That's true.
Oh, but I'm not high on the list of Tom's friends. I'm gonna cry here in the list of Tom's friends. Maybe I'm 9 on the list of Tom's friends. The list of Tom's friends.
Now, Pat, I neglected you on the list because I consider you my 8th child.
I'll take that.
So it was Mark and Haywood and who else?
PJ.
PJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, PJ.
Yeah, you know, I have some other friends, I guess, now that I think about it.
He took you to London, okay?
You have many other friends.
That's right. I took Pat to London to see Cream. Oh, did you see, sadly, that the guy that wrote the lyrics to...
Yeah.
Toad. The joke being
That's
instrumental.
an instrument.
That's a fine joke. I like that very
Pete
much.
Brown, is that who you're talking about?
Yeah. What's his first name?
Pete. Poet and songwriter Pete Brown, who co-wrote some hits for Cream in the 60s, has died. He was 82. He had his hand in writing Sunshine of Your Love, White Room, and I Feel Free. So some of the big ones.
I'm trying to signal something.
How are you doing?
Apparently he died in bed while sleeping, thus proving that sometimes the cream doesn't rise.
Anyone? Seriously. What do you think? Should we vote him off the island?
I think I've said too much already. So,
hey, Pat.
I know what you meant.
Sorry to give you. I'm trying to signal Pat. I'm making this is the claw sign.
No, I got
and
that.
And the W stands for white. I loved your song about this.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, the White Claw song. Yeah, that's a good one.
This is a good song. What? It's based on. That requires Dean, doesn't it?
It requires me going over the chord changes.
Doesn't Dean have to be in there for that?
No, he didn't do that one.
Pat is an artist. Okay? You can't just spring a song on him. What are you trying to do?
Well, that's his job.
Well, I'm just telling you what you're going. This is what you're going to run into.
No, here's how it works. I just take this wheel in my head. Let's see now. White Claw. It's a tribute to White Claw. Sorry.
It really is. He's going over the changes.
Oh, I remember now.
When we come back, we can do that. I just
No, he has plenty of time to do it here.
Okay, good. This is no.
Oh yeah, this is my favorite part. The beginning. I love it.
Drink a White Claw after yoga. Get your nails done. All right.
This is so good.
Blonde-head cougars, online dating, men much younger. Christy likes them. She's given up on her poulet-fousse. If you drink White Claw, you start singing like a girl. Get a hold of yourself. Drink a beer and sing like a man. We are done now with the White Claw song. Back to news now.
It's one of my favorite Eric Clapton licks there at the end of that song. God, that's great stuff. Great stuff. So sadly, the guy that wrote those lyrics is gone.
Yes.
It never made much sense anyway. Didn't you agree?
They were crazy, yeah.
You guys probably a lot of LSD or something.
Big US
I found a new drink. Have you tried this one, Willie? The High Noon Tequila Seltzer?
Oh, yeah, I love those. Those are fun.
Great.
They got like a margarita flavor, and they got like a vodka soda. Yeah, those are fun.
In the can?
Mm-hmm.
In the can.
High Noon in the can.
Wow.
That's a rough.
Talk about afternoon delight.
That's a lesser Gary Cooper film, isn't it?
No, that's the gay Gary Cooper.
Gay Cooper.
Gary Cooper.
And Jimmy Stewart. He spits in his hand, you know.
Spits in his hand.
Cinematic reference of some sort?
Sure.
Okay, well, what's coming up, Christy Lee?
We still have our TikTok trend coming up. We have Big Ben in the news. We have the dog poop capital of America coming up.
Really?
Yes.
Tom's Yard. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for all those, by the way, all that information about helping me with that issue we mentioned earlier. I appreciate it. Right now, I want to turn that way.
It's about time to get on the home security bandwagon. Vacations are coming up, and you're going to be away from your home more often. That's where you need Simply Safe, the design-it-yourself, do-it-yourself home security system. Simply Safe, enjoy greater peace of mind knowing your home is monitored around the clock by trained agents ready to defend your home against break-ins, fires, and other threats. And with the top-rated Simply Safe app, you stay connected from anywhere, anytime, right there on your smartphone. Arm or disarm your system remotely. Check your cameras to make sure everything's A-OK. And Simply Safe ships to your door and easy to set up yourself in about 30 minutes, but you can have Simply Safe certified technicians install it for you. With financing through a firm, secure your home today and just pay installments over time that fit your budget. Customize the perfect system for your home in just a few minutes at simplysafetom.com. Go today and claim a free indoor security camera plus 20% off your order with interactive monitoring. It's just that simple. Go to simplysafetom.com. Remember, there's no safe like Simply Safe.
Thank you very much, Chickster. Christy, what do you got coming up?
Coming up, we have Big Ben in the news. We have no selfies in a town in Austria. They had to put a fence up. And the earliest recorded kiss.
And we don't mean the Band-Aids.
No.
Sorry.
No.
Gonna party all night. What is it? Rock and roll all night and party every day, right? Not potty, party. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email. bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Back Home Again, Indiana, and Jim Nabors sang that forever and was beloved and did such a fabulous job. And that was a last-minute deal, like I think in 1972 or 77 was the first year, and he was just there as a celebrity guest. And Tony Holman, it had to have been probably 72, and Tony Holman goes, "Oh my gosh, so-and-so was supposed to do this. Jim, will you do it?" And so there's photos of Nabors standing up on a ladder with a microphone in one hand and a 3x5 card in the other with the words, singing Back Home Again, Indy, because he didn't know till race morning. And it went over so well, obviously, that for years, and what a gracious man. He was always a treat to talk with, and what a great tradition he was. It really just added to that place. The night before the 500 in the 60s and 70s really made Sodom and Gomorrah look like a retirement community. I mean, Georgetown Road, the Coke Lot, oh my gosh. The Snake Pit, the stories of the old Snake Pit. I remember seeing packs of Indiana State Troopers in packs of 15 to 20 walking, trying to regain some sort of semblance of humanity in that first turn Snake Pit. I mean, throwing girls up on blankets and drinking and motorcycles and setting cars on fire and setting sofas on fire, and it was just unbelievable. How more people didn't get killed in there every year, I have no idea. But that was a lot of people's introduction to the Indianapolis 500 was, as you're a young kid going in there and you party, and who won what, there's a race, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, look at that. And then, next year, and then, wow, look, hey, who, what, heard of bees? Well, I better get out. So then all of a sudden you buy it. So that was your introduction. Now you're buying tickets, and then your girlfriend, now your wife. All of a sudden your kids, you're introducing them. It just grew. That's how a lot of people were introduced to it.
And the latest installment of the Fast and Furious films races to #1 at the box office in its debut weekend. Fast X, or Fast 10, I don't know exactly what they're calling it, earned $67.5 million domestically, according to Universal Pictures. It knocks last week's champ Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 down to second. Super Mario Brothers movie still hanging in there, coming in at number 3. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey, Shooter, it's Kenny Tarmac. Hey, we just landed. I'm an ORD, just got in from TPA through ATL. And hey, guess what else just landed? The Bob and Tom app. I know. Now, thanks to the Bob and Tom app, even if I have to go all the way from Foxtrot 20 down to Alpha 4, I can still listen live, see their videos, find an affiliate station, use the alarm, and even send a message. This is Kenny Tarmac signing off and reminding you, everything I touch turns to sold.
Bob and Tom. You can pick your morning radio show, and you can pick your nose, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
There's a new documentary out there entitled Sick. It's the winner of the Los Angeles Independent Film Festival Award. The film chronicles the life and times of super masochistic performance artist Bob Flanagan. In one scene, Flanagan is shown hammering a nail into, then removing it from his most private part, which would be his penis.
Wow. Boy, what if he misses and hits his thumb?
Well, then that would hurt, Bob.
Yeah, there's a bone in there.
That's really going to hurt.
That's going to hurt.
Hold on a second. Morning, Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bob Vila.
Bob Vila, the
Hiya, Bob.
famed home repair host. How's it going, Bob?
Pretty good.
Good. What can we do for you?
Hey, you guys are talking about something that's pretty common.
Uh-huh.
A lot of the home repair guys do it. I do it all the time.
You actually take a nail and pound it into your penis on purpose?
Heck yeah.
Now,
Really?
do you use a nail gun or do you use a regular traditional hammer and nail?
Oh, I'm not a conservative guy. Just use a nail.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
In fact, I was at the hardware store the other day picking up a nail just for that.
Uh-huh.
And I took it up to the counter. The guy goes, that'll be $1. I go, great. He goes, that'll be $1.04 with tax. I go, tax? Wait, I am kinky?
Tax too.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead.
You guys want to grab lunch?
We can't go anymore.
Holy
That's a
cow.
good day's work, everybody.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
I mean, why the penis and the breast? Those are the only two body parts we're crazy about getting as big as we can get them, right?
Although some people are doing the
buttocks.
The buttocks
What?
implants.
Yeah,
Yeah.
buttocks implants.
Yeah.
That's new.
Yeah, it is.
Normally, you don't
Well, then
see.
they sell panties with inserts in them,
Yeah.
and underwear for men with inserts in them.
See, that's...
Wow.
No, I assume you haven't had any plastic surgery of any kind.
No.
I had an...
Why do you
If
assume
so,
that?
you should sue.
Because if the doctors arrived at that,
well, you should have seen the before.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Unless your nose was shaped like a penis before, you really...
This isn't an uptick.
They could have done it a little bit better. We're going to take a break.
Phil is one of our friends.
Let him defend himself. My
Oh,
God.
no, that was on Bob. That one was on Bob.
You piled up.
And Jesus said, take this bread and eat it. It is my body. And the disciples said, Jesus, we're all on low-carb diet. We appreciate you dying for our sins, but we're all trying to slim down a little. We want to look good in the painting.
Hi, everybody. This is Mark Sweeney. And
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
Are we okay with this music?
Sure.
Makes you want to do a little bit of a...
Bossa Nova.
It's a totally fair question.
We're okay with this?
I think we can be. It's part of my diversity
Hang on,
program.
Pat, you're a musician. Closest thing I'll get to having a conversation with. Are you okay with this music?
It's a little cornball.
Okay.
Cornball?
Yeah. A little corny. That's Josh Arnold.
It's got its place.
It's got a nice little piano in there.
Poolside, Vegas.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold. Here it comes.
Is that helping?
How's that? Makes it a little cooler, I think. I'm Chick, and here's Tom Griswold.
Are those allergy meds?
Oh, yeah.
And on the allergy meds, it's...
Let's see now. We have a lot to get to here. I don't even know where to start. Why don't we start with Christy Lee?
Okay.
That's a good idea.
Were you genuinely asking yourself that just now?
Yes.
What am I going to do? There's a new study out there that names the dog poop capital of America. After analyzing Twitter data regarding complaints about pet owners, the Dog Advisory Council reports the 3 worst cities for dog poop were number 3, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Number 2, San Francisco, California.
Number 2,
Well, I think that's if they can tell the dog poop from the human poop.
This dog ate a lot of corn. Ugh.
And the dog poop capital of America, that title goes to Seattle, Washington.
They just leave it there, huh?
I guess.
It's got to be moist, too, like all the time.
Yeah.
The only city where they go to the fish market to get some fresh air. It smells dog poop.
They also listed the 3 worst cities for dog barking. Obviously, my house didn't make the list. I'm surprised. Number 3, Louisville, Kentucky. Number 2, Houston, Texas. And the city with the worst dog barkers, Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay.
That report also revealed Tucson, Arizona was the home of the most considerate dog owners, while the worst behaved dog owners were in Pittsburgh, Seattle, and Newark, New Jersey.
Man. Pittsburgh and Seattle got to get on this. They got barking dogs. They got a lot of dog poop everywhere. They got the
Pittsburgh
worst
probably
dogs.
wears these things as a weird badge of pride. Yeah, that's right.
What about?
Your dog has to be really cool to crap here. Yeah.
Tom, in your youth, were you ever chased by a dog?
Yeah, you did sort of grow up in a Norman Rockwell.
Why do you
time.
ask?
Ace, I have been bitten to the point of bleeding twice by dogs.
Oh, my.
One was a Cocker Spaniel named Tommy.
Well, that has to be embarrassing.
Yeah.
Is that sort of an identity crisis thing for you?
No, it's more of I do not want to ever be around a Cocker Spaniel again. And the other was a kind of a mutt named Pepper that bit me all the way through my lip. I still have a little scar there.
Oh,
That's what
my.
you get for trying to French it.
Yeah,
Get
just
your mouth away from the dogs.
Oh, Josh, on Friday I was out for my walk. And I was walking down the trail, and seemingly everyone had a dog with them, and one of them jumped at me.
Oh.
I'm like, man, that reminded me of when I was a kid. I got chased up a tree by a dog.
Man, that had been scary.
I don't know.
Then what do we do? What do we do with this story?
I don't know.
Was it like a trespassing thing, or?
The tree thing? No, I was just walking down the street, and the dog comes
You
right.
minded your own business.
Yeah.
He wasn't doing anything.
Tom, I know why you're giggling over
The
there.
dog just chased him up.
I want you to stop.
I reached for a sound effect that I thought, no, not everyone gets me. They won't know I'm just joking.
You know what? Thank you for your restraint. That is the first time you've ever restrained yourself, and we're all proud of you for it.
Have you've been bitten by a dog, right?
Yeah, but not that it left a psychological impact on me.
Yeah, to the point of bleeding. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
I got bit by a dog not that long ago.
Yeah.
5 or 6 years ago, 7 or 8 years ago, maybe.
Really?
Mine was in the middle of COVID. Yeah.
Who bit you?
My friend Monster bit me on the chin, and
Did
I was punctured, and I bleeding, and I had to go get stitches. Yeah.
You got stitches?
No, that's a
was
lie.
the,
I don't know why I said stitches. I had to go get treated though.
Oh.
So
was that the beginning of the end on that one?
Oh,
Must
my
have
God.
been where that
no, it
started.
wasn't. No, it wasn't.
That's what the problem is.
And I'm not afraid of him, and I'm not. He's a great dog. He felt trapped.
Oh. He was doing what dogs do. Just
He thought you were. He thought you were going to eat him.
Well, I was coming at him with a knife and fork and a bib on. I'm gonna eat you.
I was mowing my yard up against my fence. Thanks for asking. And no, I had my left arm near the fence, and their yard was on my left, and the dog almost jumped over the fence, which was like 6 feet high, and chomped into my shoulder.
Oh my
right here.
gosh!
And it was it wasn't a mastiff, but it was. I want to say it was an Omen dog. Whatever is that
Big
a mastiff?
Oh, that's a Rottweiler.
Rottweiler. That's what it was. It was
Yikes.
Omen.
Yikes!
Mine was just a Boston Terrier, so small.
Okay, well,
You ever been bitten by a horse?
You got
No.
You got punched by a horse.
Yeah, I got punched by a horse, but that I was just leading into the next story.
But you started.
But isn't that a phrase, show me where the horse bit you? Isn't that a thing?
Huh? Oh, maybe.
No, you're like feeding a horse a carrot.
So you painted orange? Is that the old joke?
No, that's a compliment you're paying a woman. Oh, it's like feeding a horse a carrot.
Oh my God!
Oh,
right,
yeah,
right.
That's right. Yeah.
Yes,
That's the old joke.
Skate, we didn't get that face I made on video, did we?
Yes, I hope so.
Okay.
It's now a GIF.
Indianapolis police officers got their chance to be cowboys Tuesday night during
Where's
a
that,
late night
Central
call.
Never been there.
Police were called with a report of a loose horse running around a neighborhood. The caller stated
Was it an Appaloosa?
It was a stallion
Loose
trotting
horse?
along the.
Restrain yourself. Okay? I can, you can.
The caller stated the stallion was trotting along the area and wanted officers to help wrangle it back in and take it to safety. Late shift East District officers responded to the call. Officers were able to corral the horse until animal control authorities and the owner arrived on the scene.
Was it a pacer or a colt?
I see. I can't do Appaloosa. But you
But
can do
you-
Pacer or Colt.
See, a pacer is a horse. You see that? Never mind.
Yeah. On a Facebook.
So, do the cops carry rope in their trunk?
I don't know.
Not anymore.
I mean, how do you corral a horse with a couple
Wow.
Okay.
Well, if nobody was going to say it.
Take a deep breath.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm in trouble.
On a Facebook post, IMPD
wouldn't
captioned the image. You just never know what you might encounter as a big city cop in Indianapolis.
The image or did he capture the image? Which was it?
Captioned.
Captioned. Okay, it must have been a third choice, Willie. Captain.
I hate all of you.
Caption.
And that's the nice one in the room.
Would you rather be anywhere else right now, Christy?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay, see?
actually.
You love being
You're
here.
right. I do love my
So
job.
what was that story? There was a loose horse and they got it?
Yeah, they got
Yeah,
that.
that
But the cops had, this is the thing, the cops, this is not their normal thing to do.
Well, of course not.
I'm just asking if do they have a lasso guy?
Okay, it's not a lasso. You
it's a
hilljack. Of all the things you pronounce in that hoity-toity accent, get your lasso.
So you lasso something with a lasso, right?
You
I
rope
don't
something
know.
with a lasso.
You what?
I don't think there is anything.
Hold your tongue and say lasso.
You know, if you set it on fire, you've got a flaming lasso.
Save us, please.
What's coming up, Christy Lee?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Completely deflated.
Okay, we
have some NASA news today. We have that human first recorded kiss, mastodon bones.
Mastodon.
I'm sorry. We have audio of the
Mastodon
first.
boons.
I'd like to play audio of the first recorded kiss.
Okay.
Yes. Isn't that
Sounds
nice?
just like a kiss today,
It
doesn't
sure
it?
does. Yes.
How do they know this?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Because they know. That's what you tell me about the dinosaur bones they put together. They know.
I agree with Tom. How do they know?
They have hundreds of dinosaur bones for every one of these critters, and they can figure out how they work.
Don't think they can.
But I mean, how do they know the first kiss? That's ridiculous.
Best guess.
We'll find out when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Beatles played at the Indiana State Fair on September 3rd, 1964, they stayed at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Motel because at that time that was the neatest, newest hotel, believe it or not. And John Lennon wasn't feeling well, and so Dr. Henry Bach, who was the chief medical guy at the Speedway, lived on 15th Street, but they called him, and so he went to the motel and gave John Lennon a shot with a hypodermic needle. And the next day, his daughter took it to school, at the Speedway schools, and was showing everybody the needle that had given John Lennon a shot. Ringo got hungry at 2 o'clock in the morning, and was asking a state trooper who was kind of, they had a detail of troopers that were keeping everybody away from the motel. And he goes, "Where can I get something to eat?" And the trooper goes, "Get in the car." And this trooper at 2 in the morning drove Ringo Starr to Noblesville, had his wife get out of bed, cook Ringo Starr breakfast, and then drove him back to the track. There's pictures of them doing things around the golf course and messing around. But when they went to go to the track, they came out of the Speedway onto 16th Street, turned right, came down to Georgetown Road, and drove right past the American Legion where I work now. Well, word had gotten out they were doing that. Well, I grew up at 30th and Georgetown, and word had gotten out that the Beatles were going to be coming down Georgetown Road. So the streets were lined like it was a parade with people. This on the west side. And all of a sudden, here comes this motorcade and these limos. And I look, and there's Ringo Starr messing with, I saw Ringo Starr as they went past. And they went to the fairgrounds and did a show at the Coliseum in the afternoon where Jerry Baker introduced them, and to hear Bake talk about that, and there's a pirated recording of that show, and you hear Bake introduce them, and they walk on stage and they have to plug in and set up and boom, hello, setting up. It's not like today where it's all pre-produced and all set up. And then that night, they did a show at the grandstand, and Bouncing Bill Baker from WIBC was the host. So, but they drove right down Georgetown Road, right by the track, because that was the neatest, newest motel in Indianapolis, and having the Beatles there. In 1989, Emerson Fittipaldi won the 500. On the last lap, he and Little Al touched wheels on the north turn, and he sent Little Al right in the fence, crashed him. But Emerson Fittipaldi came around and won the 500, his first 500 in 1989. And that was also the year that the winner's share of the purse was over $1 million, first time. It was like $1,600,000 or something like that. So that was a big deal. I mean, the Indianapolis 500 has always had the biggest purse of any motorsports event. They were the first to go over $1 million, and they still to this day have the largest purse of any, bigger than Daytona, bigger than anybody's. So race morning after the 500 every year is the big pictures. The winner and the crew all come back to the Speedway at 9 a.m., and they put the car on the straightaway, and they take all the sponsor photos on all these pictures. Well, Ron McQueenie was the chief photographer at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for 40 years. And Ron had the great idea, we need to take $1 million in cash and place it on Emerson's car. So they get hold of the office, we need $1 million in cash. All right. So they bring out $1 million in cash in these bags with real money. Yeah, because this is the day after the 500. And they had armed guards out there. And so they get the money out of the bags, and they're stacking it all over Emerson's car. And they step back and they look and they go, that's really not that impressive. Go back and get another $1 million. Now, where else in the world can you say on a Monday morning, Memorial Day morning, go back and get another? Well, they did. And they take another one. And Ron told me, he goes, at one point, I was reaching out to adjust a stack of cash, and this guard went, hey. Like he didn't like my idea of me touching the dough. So if you ever look at that picture from 1989, you can Google it, Emerson Fittipaldi, 1989, and there's money stacked all over the car. That's actually $2 million in cash stacked all over that car.
Guinness Book of Records.
27 inches tall.
Besides holding the #1 position, he fulfilled another dream by going to Disneyland, where he called the It's a Small World exhibit disappointing. In Stockholm, Sweden, Leif Borg, warning he would blow the courtroom into the air just 10 minutes earlier at his divorce trial, pulled dynamite from his briefcase and set it off, killing himself and seriously wounding his wife's lawyer, severing the lawyer's limbs.
Wow.
Witnesses said the explosion occurred during proceedings to determine how the couple's property would be split. For once, a lawyer got the charge that cost him an arm and a leg.
And on a high one, that a boy.
Good move. Throw away the script and get out.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, which begs the question, why do you need Bob and Tom 24/7?
Also joining us in the studio, comedian John Bazar. Well, I find that now that I need a woman, integrity, strength of character, honesty, but really the most important thing, got to have a big ass. I may be outside the pale on this one, judging by all the magazine covers I see, but I'm done with these ectoskeletal, wafer-thin, rice cake chomping chicks with the Ally McBeal arms and those heroin-looking legs. Yeah. Even the Three Little Pigs knew you don't build something out of sticks if you're going to spend any time inside.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
88.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
Got a problem, Pop?
I'm Chick McGee, and Tom Griswold has got a problem with his groin area.
It's okay.
What's going on over there?
Have a little...
Just a little shifting. No, just a little shifting something.
The testicles?
You touched on
Squeeze a ball, did you?
You sit on a ball?
I think, is it the skin? Is it the scrot sticking to the leg?
I think I got lassoed by my underwear there.
Oh, yeah, that can...
Calf roped the old, you know what I'm saying.
And by that, you mean it's down by your calf?
You calf roped it, huh?
My sock was chafing. I'm sorry. Christy, I don't know. These guys are ruining everything. What have you got over there?
All right, well, I'll try to ruin something then. Jeff Bezos, Blue Origin rocket company, has won the NASA contract to land astronauts on the moon.
Really?
Blue Origin received a $3.4 billion contract to lead a team to develop a lunar lander named Blue Moon.
No, they lowballed him, huh? Ding-a-dong-ding, blue moon, moon, blue moon. Dip-a-dip-a-dip, moon, 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 blue moon. Dip-a-dip-a-dip, moon, moon, moon.
This is why the Beatles were a success, because that crap came.
Oh, yeah,
earlier.
Love Me Do, not too far off from that.
Oh, yes, it is.
I don't know about
step
that.
in the right direction. Why are we allowing him in here today?
Will they be sponsored by the beer Blue Moon? That'd be cool. Have the Blue Moon lander.
Nice orange slice.
Yeah. Oh,
I still don't understand why these rockets aren't like NASCAR. What? NASCAR? Did I say NASCAR?
You said
NASCAR.
No, you're trying to be pretentious, and you just weirded yourself out of this.
Well, if you think I have to try to be pretentious, you haven't been around me much. No, yeah, wouldn't it be smart to have sponsors on those rockets?
I guess. I mean, it would help cut the cost. It's going to be used to transport astronauts to the lunar surface as early as 2029.
No reason to do this.
Following a pair of crew landings by Elon Musk's SpaceX. Haven't we been to the moon? Why are we going back?
Nothing's changed.
It's all the same. It's just rock.
Because we got to get some missiles up there just in case.
2 years ago, Blue Origin
I, for one, am not going to bed tonight by a communist moon.
If you think you can trust the Ruskies, you're wrong.
Mm-hmm. 2 years ago, Blue Origin sued after NASA awarded SpaceX the contract for the first lunar landing, and a federal judge upheld the space agency's decision.
Well, they switched because NASA went over to they did this deal on Amazon, and right there on top was Amazon's top choice.
Well, I'm confused here.
I'm sure you are.
All right. Yeah, I'm blonde. That's right.
No.
That's got nothing to do.
No.
Yeah, no. Have they switched gears and gone from SpaceX to Blue Origin?
But how can they do that?
It's easy. They call up the other guy and say, "Hey, Elon, you're out."
Well, NASA awarded SpaceX the contract. Then Blue Origin sued. A federal judge upheld the space agency's decision to give the contract to SpaceX, right? So
Well, maybe one's the rocket and one's the lander. Who knows?
that could be.
All we know is that no one needs to go back to the moon.
Yeah, that's what we know. You're right.
Josh, what if there's like in the show It, the book It, and the movies It, every 17 years the creature comes back? What if on the moon there's a sort of Pennywise-like creature, and 50 years later it came back? That's why we're going back.
First off, there is no what if. It's absolutely happening. Second, you think we're just making sure that thing is still under control?
Yes, we're containing whatever it is up there.
You know what? You're right. I like the idea
The
that,
notion there's
that
a
the
moon
government is working on some things to keep us
monster.
safe, and we don't need to know about it.
Mhm.
Yes.
Buzz Aldrin's got to keep his old mouth shut, and so they're heading up there.
That's right.
Just to make sure the secret's safe.
Careful, he'll punch you. He's something else.
One of Chick's heroes.
When they came back from the moon the first time, didn't they douse them as they got out of the capsule with some kind of disinfectant in case there was some space germ?
Yeah.
They had space aids.
Remember, they had to be in quarantine? Oh, God.
Didn't I try to...
Hey, look. Hey, in my mind,
3 minutes ago, I tried to make you make a move.
everything going wrong today is your fault. I'm sorry. It
I
is.
wanted him off the island 3 minutes ago. Where the hell were you?
No, it's that Josh might be onto something here.
I'm telling you.
One of them slept with a space monkey, and that's how we got it. Next thing you know, Mr. Brady's dead.
I think the Chinese were up there first.
Mr. Brady's dead.
I got a story for you, Christy. Did I?
Are we glossing over
Mr. Brady.
What story you want me to do now, Tom? Please.
Did I print the one about the Japan and the whole mask thing?
No.
Okay, good. Who just walked by? Hey.
Probably somebody to talk to me.
Quite sure it was.
Go to the printer. I think I just printed something for Christy.
I think the person that's there isn't there anymore.
Oh, probably eating those free donuts that were meant for
Dean's
the radio
going.
station.
He's a good guy.
Chick's getting it.
Oh, wow, thank you, Chick. That's very nice of him.
Piss off.
What a day. He was just showing
What a
Josh
day
where
is
the
right.
door is.
I like the idea of a nice jerk. Somebody who does favors for you, but just here, you dummy.
This will make everyone smile.
Did you take a look-see at that?
Oh, well, that's nice.
Whoa, right in his head. Chick balled up the paper, threw it right at Tom, and it was a dead,
Right on the head.
dead center hit.
Left-handed.
Yeah.
After 3 years of COVID-era masking, some people in Japan are taking lessons to relearn how to smile. According to the New York Times, smile instructor Kyoko Kawano draws on yoga and emphasizes strengthening the zygomatic muscles, which pull the corners of the mouth to help people smile
That
again.
sounds fake.
Kawano.
The zygomatic are these bones right here in your cheekbones.
Isn't that a kind of music?
Psychosomatic?
Zygo?
Yeah, not like a...
Zydeco?
Zydeco, yeah.
Oh,
that kind of cool southern Cajun.
Yeah, down in Louisiana.
With the annoying accordion, that stuff.
I love that.
An annoying accordion.
Kawano, whose motto is more smile, more happiness, said, quote, people have not been raising their cheeks under a mask or trying to smile much. Now they're at a loss. She told the New York Times, you can't just suddenly start using these muscles. You got to work them. I didn't know that.
I think I'd be really good at this, being a smile coach.
Yeah.
What do you think?
You've got a great smile, Chick.
Yeah, I've got a great smile.
Wait,
Only I
Smile
could use
for
it.
us.
when you smile, you can't see your teeth, right?
Well, all of your smiles look fake to me. See?
Oh, that's, yeah.
No, that looked all right. There was one that was okay. Well, now you're.
I mean, are you going to take someone seriously if you're at some event? And what do you do for a living? Oh, I'm a smile coach.
Oh, so you bilk people out of money, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Great.
I bet you smile all the way to the bank.
Yeah.
Wow.
What do you, muscles are? This is ridiculous.
Well,
What's the old, it takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile.
You're going to have to go out and sit in the car. Okay?
Well, now I'm frowning.
Oh, no.
Thus using more muscles.
Just say cheese. How do you say cheese in Japanese?
I don't speak Japanese. I have no idea.
There's a joke here somewhere.
Yeah.
How do you say cheese in Japanese?
The joke I have just thought of. Can't do that one.
Nope.
Type of cheese starts with. Never mind. We're going to move on. Christine,
Researchers. Oh, what?
go ahead. What are you
I
going to
hate all of you.
Oh, Christy,
Yeah.
I hate all of you.
Are saying that humanity's earliest recorded kiss occurred in Mesopotamia,
Mesothelioma.
or whatever.
Mesopotamia?
Yeah, 4,500 years ago.
False. I have the first recorded kiss.
Cradle of.
Which one is this, Ace? Strutter.
Oh, it's the same album with Deuce and Deuce, Strutter.
This is. I think this is their best.
Is this the record cover where they're wearing the suits?
Oh, that's so great. So over the weekend, my wonderful girl Kelly.
Is this going to be a long story?
No, she comes up to me and
We'll
she
just
goes,
feel like it.
You know, she goes, hey, listen, I think I can get 4 really great seats to see the Kiss show. And I said, oh, great. And she goes, yeah, you and Ace can go and then get 2 other people.
She didn't want to go with you?
She's getting
Then she goes, why don't you take Willie and Sam?
Yeah.
So wait a minute, you're not going to go? And she goes, no, I can't stand them. And I said, you can't stand Kiss? She goes, no, I hate them.
You got to take Chick.
I can't stand him either. Why does she get away with not standing him?
There's also the age difference thing might be coming into play here. She probably didn't grow up listening to Kiss in the way that you would.
For those of you who don't know, Tom's girlfriend is 14. We try to keep it out of the news.
And because he's a
very
giant
scary.
media mogul, no one really cares.
I mean, it is a controversy.
So, do you want to go?
Yeah, I'd love to go.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Kiss.
Raise your hand if you think.
Then I said, actually, I mean, then I said,
Did she get the tickets? Or
Huh?
did she go ahead and get the tickets?
No, it's a long story. She's going to go. The point is, then I said, Ace probably won't want to sit with us because he'll be backstage. Do you want to actually see the show?
I want to see the show.
Oh, so you'll sit with me then?
Sure.
Okay.
There's no way this is happening.
Will you go backstage at all?
I don't know. They're pretty busy.
Yeah. Busy.
Backstage
Forgetting
is-
who you are.
Yeah.
They know it.
Busy moving on.
Well, they gotta jack them all up with B12 and all sorts of. Be able to get Gene on stage.
It's going to be great. So I'm sorry. So what is this dumb story? This is
Does
ridiculous.
he still vomit blood on stage? Does he still do that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. See, that's the music part of that show I like.
And he flies up to the rafters.
Yes. Oh,
As Jimmy Buffett once said.
I don't care what Jimmy Buffett says either. Okay, I don't.
You might want to send some prayers to him.
See, he's wondering why he's not on my list of friends. He doesn't care what Jimmy
We don't
Buffett
have
says.
anything in common.
Nothing?
Yes, we do. We both want Josh off the show.
That's not true.
I told you that in private.
Oh, sorry. So this is the dumbest story.
You're not going anywhere.
These scientists, as Chick said a long time ago, they can just make stuff up.
No,
I never even got to the story.
When
All
we
I
come
said
back,
was
we're going
one
to get to this dumb story.
HelloFresh.
I wouldn't even wear a University of Copenhagen T-shirt if they released this from there. Well,
Why not? That's the university that makes my favorite mouth-based tobacco. I love that university.
Okay. Well, let's get to some great food, shall we? The summer has arrived. It's time for some great cooking and time for some time saving because you want to enjoy as much as you can. This is where HelloFresh comes in. They do the shopping, so you don't have to be the guy. I did this last year. I walked around the grocery store and I couldn't find horseradish, and I wasn't going to ask anybody. Then I couldn't figure out why the sour cream and the horseradish weren't anywhere near each other. They do the shopping. That takes a lot of time away from them, but then you've got plenty of extra time. Then they give you the directions. You put it together by the way that I mentioned. They've already done the measuring. HelloFresh.com/BT show is the way to go because you'll get 16 free meals as part of a very special package. Last week, or the week before, Jess Hooker made us some delicious firecracker meatballs from HelloFresh. They were fabulous. You pick from 40 recipes every week. And there is an entire array of different types of food. They've got vegetarian, they've got low-calorie, low-carb, they've got good old-fashioned comfort food. Check out HelloFresh. Here's one of the ones that we did before. Willie, what do you got?
Check out the Salsa Verde pork tacos with Monterey Jack and Southwest Crema. HelloFresh sends you 9 ingredients. Using only 1 pan and in 6 steps, you put together a delicious taco dish that you made at home with help from HelloFresh.
And HelloFresh knows it's okay to be picky. That's why they have hundreds of special side stuff you can get. You can switch around the proteins. Give it a shot. It's also a lot of fun because you can put some of this stuff together in 10 minutes. It's a great way to teach the kids how to cook. It's a great way for a date night, Josh. A couple glasses of wine, a little bit of HelloFresh. Oh, that's nice. Eat well. Save money. HelloFresh. BT Show 16 at HelloFresh.com/BT Show 16. That's BT Show 16 at HelloFresh.com/BT Show 16. Coming up, a story I do not endorse. It's ridiculous. These scientists have no idea what they're talking about. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
They don't say we didn't warn you.
Oh, my.
Behind me is the infield of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I'm here to give you some of the fashion do's and don'ts of the biggest party at the race. Let's talk footwear on race day. You want to wear something comfortable, something you can walk in, something not too expensive. My choice, the Nike Air Monarchs. They're in your garage, next to the lawnmower. Your dad wears them. Don't wear this. This is a Croc. I don't care if it's in sport mode. The holes do give you hilarious tan lines, but you don't want to get any trough juice on your little toesies. If you run into a man wearing these, run away. Any man wearing weatherproof boots at the track has a mind for destruction. He washed his face in the trough this morning. He's been drinking Mountain Dew and moonshine since 6 a.m. If you bump into him, give him a go Colts and keep it moving. What to wear on race day. In the morning, it'll be a little colder. This is my favorite piece of clothing that I own. Indianapolis Motor Speedway. No big deal. Any shirt with the name of an alcohol and the word racing is one of the coolest things you can wear here. This one's sort of a deep cut. Rolling Stone shirt. The concert took place at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Colt skier will do. But I say go the extra mile. This is a Colt shirt with a St. Elmo shrimp cocktail. I'm not a big fan of wearing sports jerseys for a team that is out of season. Colts aren't playing, and the Pacers also aren't playing. Quick rule for basketball jerseys at the race. You want to wear your Larry Bird Indiana State jersey? Don't. You want to wear your Reggie Miller jersey? Don't. Rick Smits? Don't. Paul George? Don't think about it. George Hill? Not at all. It's too expensive, too cool, and it's going to get covered in Busch Light. You want to wear a Lance Stevenson jersey. Any Pacer that was here less than 3 years. Maybe a Danny Granger jersey. If you're wearing a basketball jersey, pop it off around lap 50. I hear you. Willie, I have a gut. If you're embarrassed about being fat, move to France. This is America and you're allowed to have a gut. You're saying, Willie, I got pimples on my back. I got stretch marks. This time of the year, that's your stars and stripes, my friend. Pop it off and let that flag fly. This is the coolest thing you can wear at the race, an actual Indy 500 shirt. Bonus points if you have an armpit hole or some sort of fraying around the neck. There is one more acceptable shirt to wear to the race. This is what a race fan looks like. Garfield's creator, Jim Davis, is from Indiana. The most famous person from Indiana. Suck it, Greg Kinnear. On race day, you're going to want a nice hat. You can go with an official Indianapolis Motor Speedway hat, or you can go with the cooler Indianapolis 500 hat that I got on 16th Street from a guy selling tacos. Anything with the word Indy on it. I'd recommend a Colts hat or a Pacers hat. The coolest hat you can wear on race day, however, is a Late Night with David Letterman hat. Of course, owner of the Letterman Ray Hall team. I do not want to see a Jay's Garage hat. I don't want to see anything Team Coco. If you have a Daily Show hat and it's spelled D-A-L-Y like Connor Daly, that could fly.
The answer is aye, sir.
Aye, sir.
Aye, sir. Aye, sir.
Yes.
The question. Tough envelope.
What does the coat girl say to Sammy Davis right after she says, hat, sir? The answer is Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks.
What happens when Stevie Wonder tries to shave himself?
Hi, this is comedian Rob Haney, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Well, you know, I used to have a good gig. I was working cruise ships, but I got fired. I was working, I'm not even supposed to mention I won't mention the name. Let's just say it rhymes with Royal Amphibian. All right. Here's what happens.
Okay.
They hire me. They say it's a comedy emergency. I'm like, comedy emergency? Yeah. They fly me down to a place called Casa Maya, Mexico. I get there. The ship has a 70-foot by 6-foot hole in the side of the ship.
Oh, my.
And the cruise director comes like, hey, we're glad you came down here. We're flying in entertainers, entertains people while we weld the hole shut. Listen, Jim, do me a favor. Don't mention the hole in the side of the boat.
How big's the hole again?
Okay, 70 by 6. And this is where I get fired, okay?
Yeah.
Because they open the show, I'm like, welcome to Casa Maya. It's a Mexican phrase that means, look out for the dock.
You're out of here.
Yeah, let's hear for your captain, Captain Morgan. That's how you get the gig in the Midwest in the winter.
Wow.
That's how you do it.
So that's what happened? They hit the dock?
Yeah, they drove into the dock. There was a 70-foot by 6-foot hole in it. And I'm on stage going, and if you want to talk to your captain, he'll be handling your luggage when we get back to Miami. It's like $800,000 worth of damage. You know?
Bob and Tom, 24/7. Oh, yeah.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello, chick.
Hi. There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
Jess Hooker joins us.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby. There's Willie Griswold.
Yo.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom. Hello, Tom.
Sorry.
What are you doing over there?
God, I am...
What are you working on, Tom?
Go on.
It looked like you were
Please.
changing the oil from over here.
How many? I told you I can't multitask.
Well,
and I can't.
You know
talk.
what? I don't think you took me seriously enough when I first mentioned this to you. Maybe radio is not for you. You think? 'Cause you can't do 9 things at once. You can't talk and read. You
I
can't.
asked Jess to come in here because I need a pair of fresh ears.
Okay.
I had a technical problem that I think has been solved by our brilliant listeners.
Are you talking about this dog poop thing again?
Hey, look, didn't you have a story about dog poop earlier this
Yeah, dog poop capital of the world, Seattle, Washington.
Yeah,
Why don't we keep our dogs in coops?
The point was, I'll talk to you, Jess.
Uh-huh.
In my new neighborhood, unlike my old one that was all woods, this one has, lawns and everything.
Houses, streets.
Yeah, there's other people there. So,
Right.
so I walk the dogs all the time.
Yeah.
And I take those biodegradable dog poop bags with me. So when they go, I scoop it off the lawn and tie them off. Then I take them back to my house.
Yeah.
Well, I was keeping them in a can in the garage, and they started to stink as it gets warmer.
Right.
So I was trying to think, what can I do? So I bought some kitty litter over the weekend.
I don't understand the whole kitty litter thing.
It absorbs, and I poured the kitty, but that is...
I don't know if it does anything against more odor.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be working.
No.
So I asked people what to do, and I got some really good suggestions. A diaper can.
A diaper, diaper genie.
Yeah.
Genie, have you ever had one of those?
I didn't ever have one.
I had one.
A lot of people liked. I mean, they're very
loved it.
efficient. Yeah.
I never had one either.
They keep the smell out.
That's the keys.
I can't believe you never had one.
I can't either.
What'd you do with your diapers?
What did the nannies do?
Oh, no. Hey, no, listen, I've changed.
Don't believe you.
Josh, you know how I knew that, this is a true story. Chick knows this. I knew that I was in trouble one day when I was on the phone with a hot dog in my hand changing a diaper. I thought, Jesus, this has got to stop.
And you can't multitask.
No, someone says throw dryer sheets in the poop bag. Someone said get us the special trash can. But here's a suggestion that is, I think, I want to run this by you, Jess Hooker.
Okay.
I have a feeling I saw this one on the printer.
Here's a solution to your dog poop problem, Tom. Put a freezer in the garage and throw it in there That'll take care of the odor.
That's what I do with spoiled meat.
Yes,
I put it in the freezer and
But
then.
now there's two problems I see here. One, if guests come over.
I don't want to say anything, but that meatloaf we had tastes like dog shit.
He just got the shot. I saw the
Okay.
Sure. See.
Now that's not a. That's not a.
What does it cost to run a mini freezer for a week?
$12.
I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea.
That's probably pretty close.
That's gonna be a bad garage raid for you, dude.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't know if I would have a freezer,
a beer fridge
Just for that?
dedicated to dog poo. No.
Okay.
No, of course not.
No.
That isn't economical. That isn't.
Stupid trash can and put a stick 'em in
But
it.
I told you, so I've got this trash can up on my air conditioner. I'm afraid that the odor from the trash can is going to get into the air conditioning. That's going to make my whole house smell like dog.
Now it's in the unit. Now it's in the.
It's not
the
in the
ductwork.
unit. It's right
I don't
next
know.
to it, though.
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
You were going to have to get a new house.
We had an HVAC guy.
He's making a good point.
Why don't you get a house for your dogs?
No. Oh, Miss Pat's got one.
Miss Pat that thing.
Yeah.
And she kind of owes you.
Yeah.
A house.
You're a big part of why she has a doghouse.
Okay. In any event, I appreciate that.
In the doghouse, in Miss Pat's doghouse, do you think they listen to like Little Bow Wow and the Baja Men?
Because she's black and so are they.
No,
Really?
because-
This is a disgusting display.
I was going to say like 3 Dog Night
Some
too.
sort of racial assumption you're making?
No, just all the dog-themed media would be in the doghouse.
Please be better.
The thing I'm doing is very cute.
The thing I'm doing is very cute.
It is cute.
You know what? You're right, but I don't know why.
What you're doing is funny, but the premise just terrifies me that I'm the center of that.
There's one, Tom. It's called the Paw Pail Dog Poop Trash Can.
Is that the one that Chick found?
I told you about this.
How much is it?
200 poop bags, carbon air filter, dual vent technology, $129.
There you go, out the door.
Dual vent, that means it's venting it, though. I don't want it vented. I want it contained.
I think you have to have a little bit of airflow.
If you don't have it vented, it's going to explode.
Yeah. About that.
Have you seen the doggy septic tank where they dig a hole and it's for the biodegradable bags and there's a little, it's like you step on it, but it's in the ground. It opens and you drop your poo in there.
It's a doggy septic system?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just what you need.
Yeah.
That sounds complicated. I can just see I can see the neighborhood going dark as I break through one of the power lines.
No, it is. It's literally just a hole with an opening at the top that looks it looks like a septic tank
Well,
top.
the way these dogs go, I'd fill it within a week. Okay, sorry about that. Well, thanks for all these suggestions. I'm going to figure that. I'll get this all figured out. Now, we were talking about this stupid story that I think is dumb about the first kiss. What do you got, Christy?
Oh, are we back to that?
Yeah.
Though it was initially hypothesized that the earliest evidence of human lip kissing originated in a very specific geographical
Wait a minute. No one's
in South Asia.
Somebody felt the need to specify
lip kissing.
Lip kissing.
Yeah.
I think that's how Tom tells his, honey, I'm now going to human lip kiss you.
Oh, thank you, baby.
Well, I just wanted to clarify for Josh because of all the ass kissing he does around here.
Uh-oh. Josh.
Yeah, jeez.
Yeah, and also you say the ass kissing like you're not the person that benefits from it. You love it when Josh ass kisses.
Of course.
I don't. Do I do that a lot?
Well, during the breaks, it's unbelievable. Tom, can I get your coffee?
I just want to make sure you're okay, sir.
Though it was initially hypothesized that the earliest evidence of human lip kissing originated in a very specific geographical location in South Asia 3,500 years ago.
That's ridiculous.
Scientists at the University of Copenhagen argue kissing was already well established long before that, and it started in the Middle East, apparently.
I think, why not?
Yeah.
Why not study this? It is a weird thing that at some point
you don't think it's natural during copulatory activity that one thrusts that.
God, is that how you had kids? I
think it is kind of a weird thing that two people at one point went, well, let's just push our mouths together.
Yeah.
And then everybody else watched them and was like, they might be onto something.
Yeah.
Because at some point humans didn't do it face to face.
How did they
like
know
that
this?
was
They have no way of knowing this.
evolution.
Why wouldn't? Yes, they do.
Study authors said ancient civilizations that lived in present-day Iraq and Syria wrote in some kind of script on
Iraq and
clay.
Syria.
wrote on script clay tablets, many of which contain clear examples. Kissing was considered a part of romantic intimacy in ancient times.
How did they know that it wasn't done by indigenous peoples all over the
Just as
universe?
kissing could be part of friendships and family member relations.
This is just a theory. This is a hypothesis.
And based on this evidence,
yes,
they argue kissing appears to have been practiced in multiple ancient cultures over several millennia.
Once again, the first evidence of kissing. That's right, it's Strutter.
This would be a kiss. Kissing.
Do you want to do the intro to this, Jim?
Huh?
We do the intro.
I don't know when it starts. No, I don't know when it starts. I don't know. And I will never introduce a Kiss song. Let Ace do it. He's the legend that you keep talking about. Let Ace do it. Yeah.
You're not
Ace.
talking, Ace.
Oh. Ace, you have to intro. You're supposed to go do the traditional.
I want
let Josh do it.
Okay, Josh, give it a shot. Do you
Get
know,
out of
do you know
the
where the post is?
I don't, but I bet I can tell.
Yes,
Okay,
please.
here we go. Remember, this is the Bob and Tom Show. Try to get
Oh, my gosh.
once again. There we go.
Hey, you're listening to the Bob and Tom Show. We're having a heck of a morning. And right now, we're rocking with the boys from Detroit. It's none other.
Wait, they're not from Detroit.
They're from New York City.
New York, your mind?
Very famously from New York.
They had a song called Detroit Rock City. They're not from. That was so.
That's why I thought they were. That's why I thought they were from there.
Okay.
It's not, the song's not called New York City Rock City.
Yeah, don't you know the great Ace Frehley song, I'm Back in the Kalamazoo Groove?
I'm not as familiar with Aces or with Kiss as many of you are.
Okay, Christy, you try. You were an old DJ. Go on. What do you mean you're not doing it?
I don't know this song.
If you don't do this, I'm going to send you to your mom's room.
You know, when I said that, there were many people out there going, he's doing a fine job. Because they didn't know.
They wouldn't have known.
Keep going. Do it again.
Hey, it's the Bob and Tom Show.
What's the hey thing?
Yeah, why you going hey?
Why can't he say hey?
I liked it.
All right, Godwin, you give it a
friendly.
shot. All right, go ahead. Here's Pat.
4 guys from Liverpool. With your sock out.
I believe it's lads.
All right.
Why don't you do it, Smarty Pants?
Because I'm an experienced
Well, show us how it's done.
radio personality that I have no idea where the post is.
None of us do.
Why don't we go visit?
All right, fellow babies.
Babies.
In honor of Johnny Fever. These are 4 guys with high heels. And
A lot of makeup.
by all accounts, 3 or 4 of them are hung like donkeys.
Long intro.
The signature of every good DJ, the words and
I'm sorry. I'll throw my hand up against your hey any day.
What's the difference between hey and all right? Which is what you did.
Didn't you say, hey, babies
And
or
you
something?
say babies.
That's a Johnny Fever.
You said, hey there, fellow babies. Like you're pretending you're a baby.
Willie, you want to give it a shot?
Yeah,
It's fun.
Rock and Roll Tuesdays with Will the Big Dog. This is my favorite band. Put your hands together. The one, the only, Gene Simmons singing for.
First of all, isn't this Paul Stanley singing this?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. No one knows.
It was good, Willie.
And it's not,
That was a good start.
It's not
Technically.
It's a Monday. It's not even a Tuesday.
The Big Dog plays by his own rules. I gave myself a nickname. I went, ow.
You technically didn't hit the post, but that was better than what any of us
so far, though, yeah.
Why are we playing this song?
I don't know.
Because Tom
this is a
likes
stupid song about some fake scientists that
A stupid song?
The first Kiss.
Strutter has nothing to do with this.
Yeah, but this is the first big hit for Kiss. Isn't this the first hit?
You could have taken Dr. Love. There's a line in that song that says, the first step of the cure is a kiss.
Yeah.
The first step of the Fuhrer.
Cure.
I don't think I like what Kiss is talking about.
That'd be a goose step.
And I doubt Gene would be singing that.
Yeah,
That's why I was shocked.
Ace Frehley might have written it.
Wow. This has been a really unsuccessful break.
He seems a little Jewish to me.
Now, this is... here's a great line from the song Mañana by the great Jimmy Buffett.
What?
How are we going from...
Come mañana?
Yeah.
How are we going from Kiss?
Listen to this line. See? Don't try to describe a Kiss concert if you've never seen it.
Have you seen it?
Yes, of course. I've seen Jimmy Buffett. The point is, I'm open-minded to many things.
No, you're not.
That's true, but the point is, I just think this is a stupid study. Sorry, I think it's dumb.
What about this one?
They have no way of knowing when the first Kiss was. It could have been.
It was Adam and Eve. We all know that.
When did hookers stop allowing kissing?
Well, that's the thing. When you hire a hooker, mouth kissing is extra. And you have to be specific
How do you
about
know
that.
this?
I have
Pretty
a friend
woman.
who wrote a rock song about it. Yeah.
What if all you want to do is mouth kissing? What if you don't want anything else?
He hired someone when he was in Vegas, and then he wrote a song about it. Our friend Will.
Yeah.
Kissing
and
is
the name
extra.
and the name of the song is Mouth Kissing.
It's called Mouth Kissing by the East Hills.
Did he hire
I don't know
the
if
prostitute
I
just
don't know
to-
the whole story.
to
I probably
interview her?
shouldn't say all this. Yeah,
do you
I
have
don't.
any, do you know any prostitutes?
No, I don't. Not personally.
Don't look at me. I don't.
Can we call?
I don't either.
I'm a prostitute. I'm a prostitute, and I'm talking to you, gambling sites.
Huh.
That's interesting. I just think that the notion that these scientists have any clue as to when the first kiss was is quite the story.
They have very good clues. It's called studying old.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what if there was Josh?
Wait a minute. Hold it. My friend Josh has crystallized this whole thing. They look at many old things.
That's right.
And they know when they
They
kiss.
can deduce.
What if there was a kissing culture that didn't have any form of writing?
Well, that's why they're saying that this isn't 100% positive. It's a hypothesis.
Didn't the first kissing come in with the missionary position? Didn't
Yeah,
that
that's what I
start?
assumed.
Yeah,
When you're face to hey, we got to
right.
do something with our tongues.
So
Do
the
you thi-
missionary.
Wait. So you're saying early man did it doggy style?
There
They probably looked at animals and went, "Hey, you want to try that?"
Dude, dude,
No, and then the guy said, "No, have you seen the jug?" And
we're animals. You know that, right?
Yeah, I tried it and I got scratched.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying this is fake.
It's
Now,
not
the first
fake. It's
recorded
fascinating.
the first recorded ass kissing was Ed McMahon in Johnny Carson's office.
That's a topical joke.
Well, that's because it's there's an important Johnny
Off the air
Carson.
in '93.
All right.
Off the air 30 years ago. 30.
There's a Johnny Carson thing coming up. So
There is.
Yes.
Oh, a story for the show?
yes,
I see.
Very
There
important.
It's the 50th anniversary of his death. That's how old that is what I'm saying.
No,
We're all still sad about Johnny's death. He was an old man.
He died at like 98,
He
right?
brought a lot of joy to people.
Yeah, I agree. He's one of my favorites.
And a lot of people were terrified.
I'm more of a Steve Allen guy.
Oh, yeah. He would ruin a life.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's too
You're a
bad.
Steve Allen guy?
I mean, it was just a joke. I was just,
Okay.
Steve Allen was very funny.
I think Steve Allen
Jack
started
Parr?
all of it,
He
right?
died in 2005. That was a while
Isn't that the
ago.
great Krusty the Clown joke? If this is anybody but Steve Allen, you're stealing my bit.
I love that episode.
Right now, I turn this way and I turn that way.
Oh, your neck works.
And I see. I was stalling to give you time to get your script because I know the odds of your
it's
having
me?
it are so simple. Oh, look, he doesn't have it ready. I look over that way, there's Josh. What have you got?
Father's Day right around the corner. Get Dad what he really wants. Omaha Steaks. That's right. Perfectly aged, just like Dad. Always tender, just like Dad. And guaranteed delicious. If you know that about your father, then the Father's Day experts at Omaha Steaks
Just read it as written, okay?
have made it easy to put a smile on the big guy's face this summer with hand-selected packages. Head over, everybody, come on, head over to omahasteaks.com. Use promo code BTS at checkout. Get $30 off your qualifying.
I mean, the point is, let's face it, your dad doesn't want another tie.
That's right.
Get him some steaks, or just don't get him anything.
Those Father's Day packages can include fork tender, bacon-wrapped filet mignons, other gourmet grillables like the air-chilled boneless chicken breasts, burgers, jumbo don't you dare call them hot dogs franks, and many more favorites. Whether he's your father, father-in-law, or father figure, he's the guy who was always ready to step up when you needed him most. Now you can return the favor. This Father's Day, show him the love with the only gift that's as unforgettable as he is, the mouth-watering perfection of Omaha Steaks. Don't wait. Go to omahasteaks.com. Use code BTS at checkout. Get $30 off an unforgettable gift that is guaranteed to make Dad's...
You know what you need to do? This is the beauty of the Omaha Steaks.
Can I at least finish the sentence?
No, because you're doing such a terrible job.
He is not.
Here's the thing: you get him the Omaha Steaks, drive over to his house, and say, "Hey, Dad, can you cook these up for me? That way you get to share them. It's the perfect gift.
But what if Johnny Carson is your father?
Oh, God.
Then you get to eat twice as much.
All right. Well,
Back
you
to
interrupted because if there's one thing we know, it's that dads want steak. So go to omahasteaks.com. Use code BTS at checkout.
Nice job.
Thank you. Anything else to add there?
If your dad is a vegan, get him a tie.
No reason to even mention
a vegan idiot. I'll be right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Catch any part of the show you missed later today on our YouTube.
Hi, he's Bob. I'm Bob. And he's Tom. And I'm Tom. What is it, Tom?
San Francisco's gay Jewish congregation, Shah Ar-Zahav, has dedicated its new synagogue. This is true, with 2 members engaging in the ceremonial blowing of the ram's horn.
KIZZ-FM. Kiz. Lucky that doesn't start with a J.
Stop it!
Dr. Ruth, can I get pregnant when a man undresses me with his eyes?
Only if he's cockeyed.
Golly, Earl.
That might be a pretty good idea.
I'd killed my wife when I'd wanted to. I'd be out of jail by now. Dr. Ruth, when I'm dancing, what part of my body should not move?
Your bowels.
I got some DAP butt crack filler putty back here. We'll just fill that crack right in there, Bob.
Comedian Tim Allen.
Oh, God.
Using laxatives and a rectal scope, doctors were able to collect evidence over a period of 4 days.
I must have one.
Rectal scope is a mouthwash.
Your color's back to your face?
Oh, I was gray this morning.
So is yours, Tony. Tony, you're...
I'm sorry.
Thank you. I've got to go. You're gaining weight. My wife, when the first time she was pregnant, all I saw of her for 9 months was her ass hanging out of a refrigerator.
And if you believe that, I can't say that. Bishop Emeritus Frederick W. Freaking, who headed the Roman Catholic Diocese. That's his name. He was 85.
Did they have to pull the freaking plug?
Hey, boys, this is the Pope. I gotta go to the freaking funeral.
Inside of row number 2, the 4th fastest car in the field. That's right, driven by Santino Ferrucci. Santino Ferrucci going to be the driver of the number 14 Foyt Racing ABC Supply Homes for Our Troops IndyCar. It's going to be exciting. Carb Day broadcast Friday, race day broadcast on Sunday, and you can catch all the action right here with us on Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Gabe Vincent, 29. Duncan Robinson at 22. And the 8th seed Miami Heat, now just one win from the NBA Finals, rolled past the Celtics, 128-102 on Sunday night in Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Title Series in Miami. Brooks Koepka won the PGA Championship in Pittsburgh over the weekend. Bob Baffert's National Treasure won the Preakness Stakes. The Kentucky Derby winner, Mage, finished 3rd. And Alex Palou will lead the field to the green in the Indianapolis 500 after the young Spaniard put together the fastest 4-lap pole run in history yesterday. He edged Rinus VeeKay and Felix Rosenqvist and gave Chip Ganassi Racing its 3rd pole in a row. And Kyle Larson won the NASCAR event in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina yesterday. Major League Baseball yesterday, interleague action. The Yankees beat Cincinnati. The Mets beat Cleveland twice. Atlanta, Milwaukee, Washington, Texas, and San Diego all win. In the American League, the White Sox, Houston, Baltimore, and the Angels get wins. And the National League winners, Philly, Arizona, St. Louis, and San Francisco. And Vegas, in overtime, beats Dallas 3-2 in Las Vegas last night to take a 2-0 lead in the Western Conference Finals in the NHL. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Hey, hi, this is Tom.
And this is Chick from the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Christy, what's the best way to get full access to the show?
Hey, what? You introduced me.
That would be to become a Bob and Tom VIP.
Very good. Now, Josh, what's a feature of Bob and Tom VIP?
Wait a minute.
Well, the live 5-camera video stream of the show, plus a podcast of the show and comedy from the Bob and Tom archives.
Excellent. Chick, what do you have to say for yourself?
Become a Bob and Tom VIP now. Just go to bobandtom.com/VIP.
See, that was worth the wait, wasn't it?
Bob and Tom, well-meaning, but
Yeah, they're all messed up.
more than slightly confused.
Hi, and good morning, and welcome to the Mr. Insinuation Show. The show, well, you know. Let's go to the phones and just go to the phones, huh? Good morning. You're on the program.
Hello, Mr. Insinuation.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I have a.
Got a.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's with my wife.
Okay.
And, well,
she's not letting you.
You know.
Or she's not giving you.
Well, yeah. And.
Oh boy.
You know, I was wondering how long that would.
She's not doing the.
Yeah. And
Okay. Have you tried?
Yeah, we did that.
Okay, but have you tried this?
No, we haven't.
Okay.
Mr.
Now,
I. have
you followed? Now, if you tried that, follow it up with one of these.
Okay.
And then immediately after that, give it one of these.
Okay.
Don't forget that.
All right. Well, thank you for every.
That ought to get you.
Well, yeah. Okay.
You know. Okay.
All right.
Well, I see by the way we have a shortened show today, and thanks for calling today. And it's been the Mr. Insinuation Show. The show.
You know.
Right.
Sure.
Fabulous program.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Where are you from?
Patterson, from Patterson, New Jersey.
Oh, sure. That's famous.
Yeah, small.
Sure.
Thug downtown. It's tiny. So small, we used to get robbed by people we knew.
Small.
People like, stick them up. I'm like, Andre? I'm going to tell your mother, man. By the way, how is Aunt Carol? How's she doing? I'll come home for dinner.
Right now, Killer Bees joins us in the studio.
Bees, how you doing?
Real good, man. I get up
see
a
ya.
shopping list over here. My wife's eating in bed now. She's at that part of the pregnancy where they crave all this food. Some people have mirrors over the bed. We got a sneeze guard. Sleeping on those Posturepedic Sealamil, man. Hey, you ain't lived till you're making love, and your wife says, "Go slow, I'm spilling my chili."
Hi, this is Bob and Tom 24/7. My name is Jim Gaffigan. I have to go and, well, I just had a...
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
There's Jess Hooker.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Curveball coming, Pat.
Uh-oh.
Be ready. What's the matter? You're disgusted already?
No.
Okay. This is really a tough one. I'm not sure I can make this work. Today in history, of course.
Oh, geez. You didn't say anything about it. May 22nd. Go ahead. Today in history.
The Wright brothers.
Yes.
Are granted a patent for their flying machine.
Ah.
The name later changed to airplane.
You got to be.
Now, Pat, this is where I'm going to give you a
they go
little bit
up
of time
and up, and they go down and down.
Figure this out, Pat. Do you know of an artist who was in a band called The Flying Machine?
James Taylor?
James Taylor, of course. Now, while I continue to read, can you get one of your James Taylor parodies ready?
I will look for something.
Well, thank you very much.
Did you know the New Kids on the Block song "Right Stuff" is about the Wright brothers?
Really?
Many people
I
didn't
did
realize
not know that.
Oh. Very good.
You know,
Tom has no idea what we're talking about.
You know, Donnie does that. But he doesn't mean it. He's tough.
He's hanging tough.
He is.
What song is that?
The Right Stuff.
No idea what that is.
Of course you do.
All right.
Okay.
It wasn't done by Little Feet.
Or the Allman Brothers.
They could have done a cool version of that, though.
Sure they could have.
Now, I mentioned this earlier, the importance of this. Johnny Carson's final appearance hosting The Tonight Show, 1992.
92. All right.
Wow.
I remember it. Bette Midler sang to him.
And Robin Williams was on the show. Yep.
Birthdays.
Cried a little bit.
There's not much else going on. So I got to get to the birthdays. Arthur Conan Doyle. Famous Holmes builder.
Yeah, we know who he is.
Holmes builder. Holmes builder?
Holmes builder. It's a Holmes builder. Wow. That's what he was.
Holmes. at a business building homes. Laurence Olivier, apparently very difficult to get along with.
Why don't you try acting? Isn't that the guy?
Yeah, the famous, he said, my dear boy, Dustin, why don't you try acting? Why are we celebrating? Ted Kaczynski.
Yikes.
Why do we talk about it? You didn't have to. You could have skipped it.
You're mad at him for a lot of reasons.
I'm mad at him for having such great hair and not taking care of it.
There it is.
And if I had hair like that, I'd keep it neat and looking good. The hits continue. Morrissey, born in the state in 1959.
You don't like Morrissey?
No, I just...
head of hair, right?
Did you get to choose to go with the one name thing?
Yes.
Like Cher, Madonna?
You could do it.
Tom, you do it.
You kind of do it.
Yeah, you sign your name.
I was going to say, I kind of do it. Chick.
Yeah.
There's only one chick, baby.
That's right. Who is this? Oh, this is the skater, right? Apollo Anton Ono.
The skater? What's
He's
a skater?
Isn't he an ice skater? Right?
Oh, a skater.
A speed skater?
Yeah,
he is.
Yeah.
Skating fast is what I do, I believe is his motto.
Now, Pat,
Also, he
Apollo's
crashes
creed.
Pat, let's get back to this flying machine, Pat.
Good try.
You got a tribute for us?
Yeah, James Taylor had a woman in his life that he thought about a lot. And in my mind, I'm going down on Carly Simon. I rode my new wife like a Harley. Accidentally called out Carly. And you know that wife of mine, well, she kicked me from behind. Because I'm going down on Carly Simon in my mind.
Oh, that is so nice.
That you should be ashamed of yourself.
It was worth it.
I'd like to apologize to the Simon family and the Taylors, frankly.
Now, for things we learned on the show today, Pat Godwin did an early song for us about a diamond ring that was flushed and then found. Tom was very excited about the whole deal.
All the song This Diamond Ring, one of the writers, the great Al Cooper, talked about the great album Super Session with Mike Bloomfield and the great Stephen Stills. And Gary Lewis and the Playboys, when I saw them. Unfortunately, Gary's alcohol counselor wasn't on stage with them.
I saw a video this morning on Twitter of a dog helping his owner park the car in a very busy parking lot. He was barking to back up the car, and apparently I had been duped. It is a Subaru television commercial. I thought it was very nice.
Still funny.
It's very wonderful. Alex Palou, fastest four-lap average at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. He'll be starting on the pole for next Sunday's Indy 500. Jim Brown passed away over the weekend. He died at 87. Some say he might have been, and I'm among them, the greatest football player who ever lived.
Wow.
Yes, and on the other side of that, Ray Guy can suck my ass. He was a punter for the Raiders.
Very fine.
I always say how
his ace is a Raiders fan.
What a great football player he was, and he wasn't a football player. He was a punter.
Very important
big
part of the game.
Difference. Donna Summer sang "Toot Toot Beep Beep" for us this morning. That was exciting.
And apparently, Ace says there's a Donna Summer documentary that's quite good.
So if you literally have nothing to do.
Very talented singer.
You've run out of all.
Oh, boy.
If TV's done, yes, you've done it all.
Yeah.
At the end of the
finished television.
At the end of the Donna Summer documentary, if you wait for a second, a slide comes up and says, "Congratulations, you've watched everything."
I think of the disco era. I think she is certainly.
Way to go! This is it. We have nothing else.
She is on the Mount Rushmore of the disco era, along with the guys that did Disco Inferno and the Bee Gees. Thank you very much. Is that everything?
Yeah.
Is that everything?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Get a look at today's show on our YouTube channel.